Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects of the like. Thanks for joining in tonight. Welcome all Mandela effectians. Hey, so I hope you like that little intro. They are not going to control us, okay? No matter what they do, we're always going to be one step ahead of the AI. Isn't that right, guys?
That's right.
I have Teresa Lynch with me on the line. We have Candice. Say hi, Candice.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, and we have Jennifer Craig. Say hi.
Hello.
Jennifer!
Hey, Seeker of Truth, of course, is back with us. Thank you again for coming back on here, man.
Well, I'll just tell you, Brian, that I got over the last few days, so I'm good now. So you don't have to worry about me being a potty mouth or, causing trouble or anything like that in the future. So,
No, it's good, man. It's good to see you're in a better mood too.
Yeah.
I think something whatever it seemed like something was draining our energies the other day. I felt it too.
Yeah.
Did anyone else feel weird the other day, like really drained?
Shout out to my boy Daly. It's the anniversary of his death, and he's his only son. So I haven't had any kids, so he's my boy. So I'll get that out of the way. So
Cool.
yeah.
Cool. Well, let's see. So we have a couple things that we're going to be talking about. A lot of exciting things. We have our special guest here with us. Candice is going to be with us for mind control stuff. We have Jennifer here is from Facebook. I'm sure you all seen her and you all know her. She's going to be talking more along the lines of why don't you go ahead and tell us real quick, Jennifer?
We were talking about mind control. Yes.
Yes, and the people that are seem like they're a lot of people getting personally attacked too. That's what I meant.
No, Jennifer has really good videos on YouTube. I can just put that out there first before she talks.
Well, let me know, guys. Like, shoot me an email. I'll put the link, or if you guys don't mind posting the link in the comments, that'll be great. Links to your guys' channels. How many videos do you have, Jennifer, right now?
At this time, I think I only have one or two because I used to have a lot, and I got upset one day and I deleted pretty much all of them. I had a lot of people upset with me, but that's okay. I had one person who said he had made copies of every single one of them, so maybe I can get a hold of him someday and he can share those back online or something.
That's great. That's great. You're back in action. And Candice here is going to be talking about mind control. So and I am going to lead into actually, let me start off with this little PowerPoint. It's quick. Get this out of here for about 5-10 minutes. Just kick back and relax, you guys. Okay. All right. So this is my presentation. Can you guys see that? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. This is on the discerning truth from deception. I created this earlier today, okay? Let us define truth as that which is in accordance with fact or reality. Also, actuality as the fact or belief that is accepted as true. Then let us also define reality as a thing that is actually experienced or seen, that exists in fact, having previously only existed in one's mind. The problem in today's reality is that we are all seeming to have mixed memories or realities. The truth is that we do not know, or we don't fully know or yet understand what is causing these false memories or realities. But many agree that this is an awakening. So wherein lies the truth, right? Why does the media pass the ME community? That's the big question. Why is the media passing the ME community off as a disease?
Money.
In the next slide, we're going to discuss the nature of why men lie in the form of something comical. So I just pulled this up online from earlier, okay? So one day while a woodcutter was cutting a branch of a tree off above a river, his axe fell into the river. When he cried out, the Lord appeared and asked, "Why are you crying?" The woodcutter replied that his axe had fallen into the water, and he needed the axe to make his living. So the Lord went down into the water and reappeared with a golden axe. He says, "Is this your axe?" The Lord said. The woodcutter replied, "No." The Lord again went down and came up with a silver axe. "Is this your axe?" the Lord asked. Again, the woodcutter replied, "No." So the Lord went down again and came up with an iron axe and said, "Is this your axe?" The woodcutter replied, "Yes." The Lord was pleased with the man's honesty and gave him all 3 axes to keep, and the woodcutter went home very happy. Sometime later, the woodcutter was walking with his wife along the riverbank, and his wife fell into the river. And when he cried out, the Lord again appeared and asked him, "Why are you crying?" He said, "Oh Lord, my wife has fallen into the river." The Lord went down into the water and came up with Jennifer Aniston. "Is this your wife?" the Lord asked. "Yes," said the woodcutter. So the Lord was furious. I'm sorry. And he said, "You lied. This is an untruth." Sorry. Oh, the woodcutter said, "Oh, forgive me, my lord. This is a misunderstanding. You see, if I had said no to Jennifer Aniston, you would have come up with Britney Spears. And then if I said no to her, you would have come up with my wife. So had I then said yes, you would have given me all 3. And Lord, I am a very poor man and not able to take care of all 3 wives. So that's why I said yes to Jennifer Aniston." So you see, the moral of this story is that men usually lie to cover their own ass, or ASS in this case. Also, they do it for money and power, right?
No, it's true. It's true.
And what do you notice? And I put it here at the bottom. And what you did not notice is that I misspelled Britney Spears on purpose to convince you that this is the way it is spelled. So the next slide we're going to talk about is persuasion and mind control. And these are some famous quotes on this. A lie gets halfway around the world before the truth has a chance to get its pants on. And that's by Winston Churchill. Advertising is fundamentally persuasion, and persuasion happens to be not a science, but an art. William Bernbach. So the control of information is something the elite always does, particularly in a despotic form of government. Information, knowledge is power. If you can control information, you can control people. That's by Tom Clancy, famous book writer. Think twice before you speak, because your words and influence will plant the seed of either success or failure in the mind of another. Napoleon Hill. If you don't control your mind, someone else will. And that's by John Alston. Concern should drive us into action and not into a depression. No man is free who cannot control himself. Pythagoras. And the last one here, the media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and make the guilty innocent. And that's power, because they control the minds of the masses. And that's by Malcolm X.
Yeah.
So I want to give you guys an example here of mind control. Manipulation, our way or the highway. Okay? So if you just pick any number, add 3, double it, subtract 4, divide by 2. Let's just pick an example. Let's say the number is 6. I don't like the number 6, but let's just say 6. 6 plus 3 is 9, times 2 is 18, subtract 4 is 14, divide by 2 is 7. And then subtract the number you originally chose, your answer is always going to be 1. You guys see that, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No matter what you put in, the original number is always manipulated to be the desired number, okay? This is a couple more slides and I'm done here. This is another mind trick. Now, you guys who are watching, go ahead and solve these math problems. You will not need a calculator, okay? So just think of that real quick. 5 plus 2, 17 minus 3, 25 minus 4, 15 plus 3, and then 12 minus 3.
Damn you, Brian, to make math into this.
98% of the population will
done in
be
grade 12.
Look at this. Okay, now here's the thing. Now, guys, think of a random color. Don't say it out loud right now. And also a random tool from a toolbox. Think about those 2 things. Okay? Now let's see if you guessed it. Did you guess a red hammer?
No, I was thinking about
You're
a
not alone.
red condom. Condom.
You guessed a red hammer? Oh my gosh.
A penis is a tool, isn't it? And penis is a tool, right? I don't know what you put in your toolbox, but
if you guys said red hammer, you're not alone. So
I'm sorry, Brian. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. If you don't pass go, you don't collect $200. That's the.
I didn't get my $200. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I want my $200.
Does anyone know where that came from? Monopoly, right?
Right. Exactly.
The media uses mind control tactics to make us believe a certain way or to carry out a specific agenda. There are many who are being targeted who seem to go against the grain of society. Who holds the media responsible? Guess what? We do. We must act rational, and they must accept us not as a disease, but that a true and unnatural phenomenon is going on here. We are living in exciting times, folks. And that's all, folks. That's what I put. So I hope you like that presentation. I'm sorry to take up your time. We are back. So on that note, Candice, I remember you mentioning that. Now let me just say that Candice is from New Zealand, guys. So she has a really cool accent. Let's hear you.
I don't know.
You, Candice. Tell us about the media down there.
Must sound like everybody from Game of Thrones, right?
There's a stuff.
Wait, hold on.
Talking about the stuff article, are you? The media article in December, where they actually talk
Yes,
about the Mandela effect. And that's how I found out about it.
Yeah, she found out from a news article. Like, I'm really happy that people are actually coming forward, and that media person, God bless them for coming out and introducing to the Mandela effect. So what was your first Mandela effect?
Myself.
Yourself?
That I can recall back in 2003, the Ford squiggle. After I found out about it, and I was thinking back.
What'd she say?
Candice, could you speak up a little louder?
Yeah, I was just saying the Ford squiggle back in 2003.
Oh, nice.
What?
Yeah. That one's kind of weird. I thought at first it looked like a pigtail, but then you sort of pick up on these logos that had these sixes, right? He's talking about the Ford logo. That was one of the first Mandela effects you noticed.
Ford, yeah. Did she see the O now that it's open?
Yeah, did you see the O shifted and now it's open? Did you see that?
It was closed before.
Yeah, I've noticed people showing different images of the different versions.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. So with all these Mandela effects and everything, I'm kind of wondering. We talked last night briefly, and we talked about these synchronicities. We talked a little bit about. We touched on the AI. So the AI, do you think that has something to do with mind control? Or do you think it's being run by a machine?
The way that I see it, or that I've thought about it, and the conclusion I've come to is, you have like a visual hack and a mental one, and I'm thinking that all the me people and everyone can both see the visual hack. That's why we see the flip-flops, we see things change. But, and the people around us, that they don't retain their memory, it's like it's overwritten. So we'll both see it change one way and then the other. And the people that aren't Mandela effect people, they lose that memory. And that's why they think it's always been that way. It's like they get a memory overwrite. And I believe that at the same time, online, because hacking is not a new concept, there would be an AI changing everything over to the other way. And I found some evidence in the cracks. I've actually been sitting on proof of my own that I haven't shared with anyone yet, but I plan to, where there's certain things that didn't get changed that I found. And it's not the mainstream stuff like Facebook, the main places, that's what gets changed.
Mm-hmm.
But you can find in the side comments, the AI might miss something.
No, there's residue out there for sure, but I just my own personal opinion on that is just that I think the people that will see the change will. Sometimes it might take longer. Like in my sense, it's only been a year and a half. But the people that don't, I really believe that you can't change their mind. Like it's almost impossible. You can tell them about it. Maybe they're being nice and say, "Yeah, that sounds weird," but I mean, they're not gonna agree with you totally originally. You know what I mean?
And here's what's happened recently. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. I've actually put on my dating profile on, and I've kind of like gone away from the dating profile thing because I'm tired of it. Like, I actually put on there, if you're not into the Mandela effect at all, or if you think, or if you're against it, you know, don't bother messaging me. I actually put that in my dating profile.
I think it's a good idea because if you're living like I am with somebody who doesn't seem to believe you, it is terribly difficult. Trust me. I'm just going through all kinds of hell. I'll just say it. Hell. Seriously, hell over here.
I'm sorry,
My gosh,
Brian. Brian, I'm going through a Mandela effect that seems to happen every couple of days right now. That my dog knows I'm on the computer trying to talk, and he really wants me to take him out right now. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to try to jump away for a second, and I'll be back.
That's fine, brother. Duty calls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now, Teresa, and I've spoken with you lots about, like, you know, it seems like, you know, some people are afraid to get the word out there about the Mandela effect. I understand, like, because you're going to face opposition. Teresa, plenty of people. Teresa, how many people have you woke up so far?
Oh my gosh. Every weekend I wake up managers at McDonald's, I wake up people at AT&T, I wake up people at the library, I wake up people on the bus. I would say every weekend I would probably wake up 2 or 3 people just on a Saturday. So probably at least 25 people, maybe 30 people have woken up, maybe at the most.
Do you
and most of them are freaked out.
Well, let me ask you, do you approach them like, do you normally go to a group and talk to them?
I have a weird approach.
Okay, tell us about your approach. I'm curious. Are you guys curious?
Well, I didn't want to scare them, so I
cool.
subtly I kind of come up to them and say, hey, do you believe in, first thing I say is, do you believe in strange things, you know, very not there? And I said, you know, and he looked at me for a minute and I said, do you like science fiction? And that's the first thing I said, do you like science fiction? And if they say, yeah, and I said, well, are you ready to go down the rabbit hole?
Interesting.
And they looked at me and I said, you ready? And telling them things, and they pull out their phone, and I say, "They Oscar Mayer winner on the phone," and they do that, and they look down, and they look at me, and they go, "What the?" And I looked at you, want more? And I let them look it up themselves. I don't like I'm manipulating anything. I said, "Look for Febreze." They go Febreze into their phones because most of them either have smartphones or the iPhones. Well, that's all they got. And they start doing this, and the more they keep looking in their phones and looking at weird things, the more they're believing me.
Really?
So that I'm not pushing it on them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if their memories are the memories like most of us have, then they're like, oh my God. But if they're remembering it from a different reality structure, then they're like, oh, it's always been that way. The majority of people that I've been waking up have been the old way, that, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you, Brian?
Yeah, I actually was at Big Lots earlier, and interesting story. I went up and I asked this lady. I showed her on Logopedia, hey, has Bissell always looked like this? And she said she looked it up on her phone. That's the first thing people do is they get out their smartphone. And they go to Google.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it's always been like that because that's what Google says.
I want them to see that I'm not doing anything, you know.
So Google is basically their best friend. They say I remember that used to be the IT saying. I'm an IT person, if you guys don't know by trade. And they used to always tell us when I was in school, Google is your best friend. Well, guess what? Google is Big Brother, and Big Brother is watching, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And did you see my chat? I put in the chat room. But every time I've been bringing up certain residue, I wanted to ask her opinion about that. I don't know if you can bring that up about things changing right in front of me, like literally changing, and I'm watching it. It happened again today.
Yeah, I know.
I was looking up whiteout. You know, whiteout.
Yeah. So that's part. You think that's part of that mind control thing, Candice? Do you think that's?
Oh my God! It changed to WHIT.
Yeah,
I mean, I literally watched
Candice.
it. This is like the 4th or 5th time.
Candice, you were telling me about flip flops. How you
right.
witnessed a flip flop, didn't you?
Two of them now. And that's
Two
when I became a
flip-flops.
believer in January. The first one was Apollo 13. Houston, we've had a problem, and that's actually the residue that I have evidence of. It's actually out there live right now. And the reason I haven't presented it yet is because if people find out about it and they go there, I'm worried it'll vanish.
Right.
You know, they might contact the person who made that residue comment, and then he might delete it or something.
So is it like? Hold on, can you, Candice, again? Can you adjust your volume maybe a little bit, because a lot of us are having a hard time hearing. Yeah.
Okay, is it any better? I can find out where the mic is on this thing.
It's a little bit better.
I'll pull it out of the sleeve.
A little bit more.
Yeah, it's a little bit better. But yeah, you were saying that Houston, we had a problem, and you witnessed a change to we've had a problem or something like that, right?
Wow.
That's right.
And you have some stuff you want to share. Do you want to send that to me in Hangouts, and I'll pull it up for everyone real quick? I can talk about it while I'm actually doing it. All right, so that way it won't change. If you guys notice, if you just share something through a photograph or a video, I've actually proven that me and Teresa have caught something in the middle of a change with Applebee's, where the P's were not broken before, and I actually talked about it, where the A and the P were shaped like a 6. They were joined together.
Oh, that's
and then
why
the P's
I got in trouble over at Applebee's and got fired, huh? That's why everyone treated me the way they did. They're all into the 6s. I'm kidding.
That it could be
bad about Applebee's. I'm just kidding. Y'all go eat at Applebee's. We're good.
What, so was Applebee's?
That's where I was working at.
Oh,
that's where all the drama happened for me.
It must be the red velvet or something over there. What is it? What are they famous for? Tell us. What are they famous for over there? They're what is it? Their apple bacon. They're what's that bacon they have?
They do have the apple bacon. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Do they serve apple bacon at Applebee's?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm in Dalton, Georgia. So what they're really famous for is everyone going there for free drink or cheaper drinks.
Well, just be glad you're no longer enslaved under their system. So their 666 system. Okay.
Well, that's good. I didn't know that until y'all brought that to my attention. So that's good. That's
good.
How did you know that in the gematria that Berenstein is a 666?
What is it?
Berenstein itself is 666 in the gematria.
Oh shoot! I didn't know that.
In the what?
That's something else I was sitting on as well for a while, is looking up some of the gematria and the
Candice,
words that used to be.
Candice, I can hear you a little bit.
But it's not that great, huh?
It's just a tiny bit low.
Okay.
You were saying the Berenstein Bears is actually, or stain now, is 666?
I believe it was the Berenstein, the old one. I think I was looking up the old, what they used to be, the words what they used to be, and then finding some interesting results. So, like, say if it was, lion and the lamb, and now it's wolf, you'd look up lion.
It's very interesting how the 6s come into play here, especially with the word corn. Like, I broke that one down numerically, that like A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, and you add up all those numbers and they come out to a single digit 6. And we're seeing the cornucopia being removed. The cornucopia was removed from the fruit of the loom. What is it, Teresa?
I was just looking at the word you just said now, and I just sent it to you.
You just sent me the word corn?
No, look.
hold on.
God.
I'm sorry, guys.
Listen to.
We have these moments all the time. It's
No,
like,
look what I just sent you.
hold on, I'm looking.
See what it says?
Just,
I'm gonna send you an image now.
okay, so yeah, send me the image and
I
I'll
think
share
it's
with
in the group
everyone.
I
We'll
just
talk
did.
about it.
This is something you just said, and for some reason, I was sending this to you, and I don't know why. I stared. Look. This is really freaking weird. Look what I just sent you.
Have you got that
Okay,
image?
hold up. Okay, so you sent me the Hormel chili?
No. An image that's a cornucopia.
What? How is that possible?
Yeah.
How is that possible? Guys, you have to see that she really did send me a cornucopia picture here. Watch this.
Oh my God.
This is
What the hell?
this is synchronicity at its best. Look at this. She really sent me
Oh my God.
cornucopia.
I swear to God, I was just like, oh, this just reminds me of the cornucopia Fruit of the Loom.
Yes.
Let me send this to Brian.
Me and her were just thinking about that. Isn't that weird? Is that weird or what, guys?
I
And
swear to God, I was sitting here thinking of the Fruit of the Loom, and I saw cornucopia, and what happened? Do you see cornucopia?
now this is oh wait, I know Glenn. Oh my
God.
gosh. Okay, that was Glenn.
Yeah, so this is Glenn. I'm not even sure who Glenn is, but he might be someone important because when I tried to contact him, he acted a little weird about it. But
yeah,
you can
well
see
he,
on top
he
of 13th of
he's
January.
the one that pointed out the Back to the Future changes to me.
Okay, so the reason I
So
screenshotted it was because I was interested in what he was saying, so I could go back and look at it later in case I couldn't find it again.
Okay.
So when I show this to people, I
if
say,
I
what
read
do you
this,
think?
Can I read this to everyone so we
Okay,
can talk about it?
Sure.
All right, I'll read this.
And see if you can pick up on what I'm trying to point out. Usually people don't, and they come back asking me a different question.
Okay, it says here, Glenn Monroe O'Duffin, I haven't felt any pain or medical symptoms. I just noticed things are different. I have a theory for the Mandela effect. If you're religious, you may not like this theory. If you're not religious and you're more into logic and science, you're also not going to like this theory. The theory is that many people suddenly died somehow and woke up in another reality, this reality with their memories of death or dying erased. However, the memory of having a close call with death still remains. Maybe you almost hit a car, or maybe you went walking down a dark alley one night and were unaware you were hit by someone. Or maybe you were blacked out at a party. Maybe you blacked out at a party and now you're in this reality. This reality also seems like it's trying to tell us that something was but no longer is. For example, Berenstain, life was like a box of chocolates. Houston, we've had a problem. You'll notice that these are all past. You'll notice that these are past tense. Why are they past tense? I believe this reality is a replica reality of the previous reality in which you were alive, but with subtle changes. If you'll try to recall, you may remember an event that happened in which you had a close call with death. Almost everyone affected by the Mandela effect has talked about a close call with death just before they notice the changes. So, so where's the change? What am I looking at?
It's not Houston, we've had a problem anymore, is it? And he's talking about it in the present tense, like that is the current reality. It's flipped back.
Okay.
And that was on the 13th of January, correct?
That was when I took that screenshot, which I've left at the top. And that comment is still there in existence now. If you go back, you'll see it was written 6 months ago.
Yeah, that's my Back to the Future guy. I may touch base with him again about Back to the Future because I did a video about the time circuits, but I think it is important to write down or talk about every detail of that movie because all these movies are subject to change again. I think we're going to go through more and more shifts on a daily basis.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it is happening more frequently. But,
it seems like things are definitely.
But people usually come back to me asking me. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's okay.
Jeff,
People usually come back to me asking me if they're dead. And I say that's not the point. It's actually the fact that he was talking in the present tense that it's used to we've had a problem and now that way.
Well, just reading that article, do you feel like it influenced you to believe that certain way? Did you think that we died? Maybe did that become part of your belief?
I know that I noticed that Ford squeak back into a car crash where I experienced bullet time, like in the Matrix. And I looked at the person next to me, the passenger helped me, and it wasn't because I didn't know we were in a car crash. Like there was no sound. It was high impact, but I was scared, and I said, "Help me," because of the bullet time I was experiencing.
That is really strange.
And while everyone else had to go away in ambulances, I pulled everyone out of the wreck. And then I was not okay an hour later. That's like a whole other story. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And like my memory of the 1 week before then at least was wiped.
Wait, your memory of what happened?
Or the week or two previous to that incident.
And it's funny how the memory works. It some type of relay system. So how are they able to target those relays? That's my question. You know.
I'm back, guys. Just let you know.
Oh, hey, Seeker. I'm sorry, Jennifer. What were you saying a second ago? I'm sorry.
No, I just didn't know what the conversation's about. So.
We were talking. We were talking about how I brought up an article that Candice had shared with me about how it was Glenn who had put Houston, we've had a problem, but it was in the present tense as if he actually.
That was on YouTube.
It was on YouTube? Oh, YouTube, yeah. Okay. So it was in the present tense, and she took that screenshot on, was it January 13th, around that time? You woke up in December, so that was a month after you discovered the Mandela effect.
That's right.
And that was after a newspaper article. See, you would not have, would you have found out about the Mandela effect if it wasn't for that newspaper article?
I hope so, but I'm not sure. No, because I was passing everything off as being something else for the last 10 or more years. I've just, you know, here in Stano it wasn't that different, but, you know, because I'm in another country, I would just think they changed it when it came to this country. But it wasn't that way back home. You know, I was just blowing it off. And I remember saying, wasn't it Rubik's Cube and all these things that I talked to other people about, but I had no idea about the Mandela effect back then. But looking back, I can see that now.
And I have this Rubik's Cube. If anyone can tell me how to solve it, you know, they get a gold star. Okay? You know, I brought this up last time on our show. If anyone can help me solve this.
Yeah, I told you, Brian, you just take
I'm too scared to mess with it.
You take the screwdriver and you pry them all apart and then you put it back together. Or you take the stickers off and put them all together, one or the other.
Yeah, that's the way we do it.
This one actually didn't have stickers. This one does not. The new Rubik's Cubes do not have stickers.
No.
Dang it.
Hey, Jennifer, I'm sorry. You were saying something earlier. What were you saying?
Oh, it's okay. I was actually going to bring up a couple points because I was listening to what you guys were talking about with the 666 being a trend.
Okay.
Another thing I saw as a trend, the one that really flipped me out, by the way, was the Smithsonian Institute changed into institution. And I'm like, good grief, really? But just those right there, just the whole 666 really coming into play a lot more. The word institution coming into play a lot more. There have been people on Facebook or YouTube and Facebook who have speculated they're getting us ready for, you know, the Antichrist kind of deal. And I mean, I don't know about all that, but I do see some correlations in it. Maybe I'm like, you know, the more that you guys are talking, it's bringing it into my head more. And she was talking about near-death experience. I had one right before I found out about the Mandela. Well, I had friends who were trying to get me to read about it, but I refused to. And after this happened, I did. And at that point, I thought I was losing my mind anyway. So it was like really bad on me. But the point is like, it just makes you, I don't know. And the mind control, crazy. I mean, I know I've seen so many people in the last couple, probably like 48 hours to 72 hours, have some really tragic things happen in their lives. And it's not just me. And I'm like, it's a mind control thing, but it's beyond that. It's more like we're going to shut you up, and we're starting to try now. So that's a big deal. And I think that before I go, because my phone's starting to die and he's going to be home soon, we all need, if we're affected, we need to really pay attention to those changes.
I just have to say to Jennifer, I'm sorry if I called you at a bad time last night. It might have been a bad time. I'm sorry if that brought anything on that was bad for you. I'm
Oh no,
sorry.
darling, no. Like I said, I was already having a bad time, but I guess what I'm trying to say is
Okay.
that for me, I'm just noticing the correlations, like she was saying about near-death experiences. I'm noticing the correlations now about a lot of people being attacked or feeling attacked, and I just want people to stay stay positive, which is hard for me because I've always been like a critical thinker person, so I'm kind of like on a downer all the time. Just kidding, but I try to stay positive and focused. And
no, I agree with you because like where you work, about the customers and stuff being like, seems like they're more cold towards people. Like I totally agree with that. Like I mean, it just seems like they're in their own little universe and they're going about their business. And they don't even realize what's going around in front of them.
no,
They're lost.
this
They're like
world
lost
definitely
puppies.
changed. Definitely changed.
Yeah,
They're like lost puppies. We have to wake them up, guys.
yeah.
Well, do you all get
Right.
the high-pitched sound in your ears?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what's it
I
sound
don't
like?
get them. I don't get them as much as some people, but I do. It hits me once in a while. So I don't know about anybody else, but it's not a constant thing. But it's just once in a while, it's like a big bang to my ears.
Well, can I bring this up, guys? I've actually been having the ringing in my ears since 2001.
Yeah.
At random times. Like it's so weird, and it usually happens. Well, it happened back then. Usually when I was about to go to sleep. So, and somebody had asked me earlier. I think it was Mendel Pearl, M Pearl, who also has a channel on here. He was asking an important question. Are these mind control or whatever shifts or whatever it is, these frequencies going on where these changes happen? Are they happening while we're awake or while we're asleep or both? You know,
I'm thinking that the
that's a
high-pitched
huge
frequency
question.
could be a wave being sent out to change things. Because it happened to me the night before. My second flip-flop was Jim Beam turning to Bean. Well, originally when I came into it, people were saying it was Jim Bean with an N, and now it's back to Beam again. And when it was Bean, there was a high-pitched sound in my ear the night before I went to a friend's party, and then it was back to Beam again, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Candice, about the M and the N's. Okay, two words that come to mind are dilemma, which is I remember pronouncing it when I was a kid, when I was younger, dilemma, and then there's the other I remember Basal, and now it's Ann Basal. You know, that was a big Mandela effect.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that people still pronounce. Okay, I'm sure you know Jennifer, because you worked at a restaurant. How do people pronounce Parmesan cheese? Do they say Parmesan or do they say Parmesan?
I've heard Parmesan, but
Yeah, Parmesan.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's Parmesan now. So I'm just wondering if people are realizing this stuff. Maybe are they scared? Not sure. I've had those moments where I've had the hair on the back of my neck stand up whenever I heard the Field of Dreams, if you build it, he will come. That scared the bejesus out of me.
Well, Brian, you were talking about the clocks the other night, and so I took this picture, and I'll show it.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it or not, but I didn't have the 1/4s on it. If you see
save that picture, or try to remember it if you can, because it's probably going to change.
It probably will, yeah. But you see, it's got the 1V on it, right?
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, right?
Yeah.
That's the name of a Twilight Zone episode, A Matter of Time, also.
Yeah, and Back to the Future. We're going back in time.
I have a weird question for y'all. How many
Yeah.
of you in your lifetime, not just recently since the Mandela effect, but how many of you in your lifetime have experienced out-of-body experiences or lucid dreaming? I'm just curious.
Or had a near-death experience, too, is a good question.
That is a good question.
Yeah. Like all three.
I've had dream awareness in my dream where I was trying to wake up out of a nightmare and I keep waking up in my room over and over and over again. It was scary because I realized I was dreaming and I didn't know if I'd ever really wake up. I must have woken up like 10 times before I actually woke up. I was actually screaming at myself to wake up by the end of it.
So like almost Candice, like a sleep paralysis kind of ordeal, maybe.
No,
like
I was
you might have
dreaming, but I was
actually
aware that I was in a dream while I was dreaming, and I wanted myself to wake up.
No,
And
no. Well,
and I would think that I was actually awake, but I wasn't. And I realized I was still in my dream.
no. To agree with Candice, I don't know if it's a Mandela effect thing, but recently I have been able to I don't know, the Indians would call it dream walk or whatever, but I knew I was dreaming and I could control what I was doing. Like it's hard to do, but when you actually can do it, like I've flown over cities, I've like, you know what I mean? Like I've had actual control, what I thought was real, like it felt real, but it was a dream. But I mean, I was flying and stuff, and I'm like, this is awesome because I was in control. Most dreams are like, you know, usually you don't know what's going on. It's just random and stuff. But I mean, there has been very lucid dreams that I've had.
Okay. I've always just wondered about that too with the awake ones, I guess, you know, is this, and there are some people on YouTube who do a lot of the questionnaires like that, and it seems like those are two things that a lot of people have in common too. Just like she was talking about, Candice was talking about near-death experiences. I just thought I'd bring it up, but it's weird. It's like we have a lot of these same things in common. Not all, but a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'll say I wouldn't bet my life on being dead. I think that's a very dangerous talk and thinking. And when I see them saying it, I tell them, well, you don't know who's listening or watching that's suicidal. And they might think, hey, that's a great idea. I'll just quantum death jump to the next dimension. And yeah, I wouldn't bet my life on that one.
No, I understand totally, Candice, what you're saying right there. Like, just it was just a topic that some people put to me, whether you had a near-death experience, and I definitely don't suggest somebody like trying to do that to see, you know, like if you're going to a different dimension. But I mean,
I don't know.
I just found that there was a high percentage that did have kind of that meant, like, you know, like that were had certain situations. You know what I mean? Just put it that way.
Yeah. That might have made me even more aware of what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the bottom line. Maybe I'm seeing what I'm seeing now because I had those experiences, but maybe not. Like, you know,
Maybe not. Yeah.
it's scary because if you're a new listener and you're hearing this, like, I don't want them to think that they should do something bad so they can see what we're seeing. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, no, not at all.
No, we're totally going
No.
a whole different area here. But I mean, I'm just saying, it just seems it seems like the average is almost close to what everybody else is.
Mhm.
That's my best way of putting it. You know.
Another thing is
Yeah,
like
Ah!
one thing I thought about too. How do we expect people to wake up? I guess what I'm trying to ask is I've thought of this too 1,000 times over. I'm like, we're always telling people wake up, wake up, wake up. Okay, I get that, but just because they have different memories than we do does not necessarily mean that they're not awake. They're just remembering things separately from what we're remembering. So I think there's like a fine line right there, and I really have thought hard on that one. Like, I'm always telling people, don't you see these changes? You need to wake up. And then I'm like, well, wait a minute here. Just because they're not seeing the changes does not mean they're not awake. They're just seeing the changes different than I am. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
right, and
yeah.
Well, that
Go
would
ahead.
depend on what
Go
the
ahead,
cause
Brian.
is.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that, like, you know, like, not everyone sees all the same changes, and it's important not to be very prideful and arrogant about it. You know, like I'm not 100% on Fruit Loops, so I can't truly say that that affects me. But I know I'm going to make Teresa mad if I bring it up about Fruit Loops. Right?
I found tons of residue on that.
So what do we do, Jennifer? We learn these trigger points, right? There are certain things that these hot buttons that people have, right? We don't want to go. We don't want to push these hot buttons that make people upset.
No.
What?
You watched it change the next day.
Yes, I did watch it change the next day.
Yes,
The residue.
You want to tell that story? Because
Well,
you
I
can't
heard.
deny that.
No, I can't deny that. I've seen her residue change from Fruit Loops with a U to with a OO. I have seen that.
It's crazy.
I missed that one, sadly.
I did witness that. And here's another thing, too. Getting back onto the subject of mind control and the AI, last night I had a conversation with someone, and she said I was laughing and said, ha-ha. And I said, haha, that's rich. I would never laugh at somebody's situation. So I think the AI is playing tricks on us.
Oh yeah.
You have to, the devil has, and his minions have ways of twisting the truth. Go ahead, Candice. I feel like you wanted to elaborate on some of that. Go ahead.
If I could mention for a moment back to that Jim Beam bottle.
Yes, go ahead.
I remember this one so vividly because about a month ago, it was a me group discussion in one of the Mandela groups. And people were saying, oh, isn't it strange that it's Beam? And it used to be Beam. And I was mocking it. I was making fun of it hardcore. I was saying, oh, that's so retarded, Bean. It reminds me of Mr. Bean. Oh, let me go drink some beans now. And I'd rather be beaming. And then it changed back. So if there's anyone out there that remembers this discussion with me and how I was mocking it, contact me somehow.
Oh my gosh.
Candice, I got a question for you. Like, I love your New Zealand accent, and like I'm from Canada.
In the US.
I'm from Canada, and like you know, Brian and them are from different parts in the States, and Jennifer. But I mean, like, I love that type of accent. Like, I obviously, like, I've seen people like movies and stuff from New Zealand, and like, I just want to know, do you notice an accent like in us? Like, is there a like, I'm not French. I'm not French, but I get a lot of people, like, even lower in the province where I live, say, you're French. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And they're like, yeah, I can hear the French in your voice. And, like, I don't know what New Zealand sounds like, you know, like, but is that something that, like, you pick up on, or what?
I think that my words, if you listen to them, they're still like US accent, but I've picked up the way they talk, like their tone of voice, and it makes it sound more New Zealand, but it's not really. So, and New Zealanders think that I sound American.
Yeah,
really.
And it's funny that you guys think that I sound New Zealand.
No, you do. Like, and that's what I'm saying about me being, you know, I think I'm English, but if people tell me you speak French, and I'm like, yeah, well, I can a bit, but I mean, they're like, you know, no, you're totally French. You're just screwing with me, you know, like, you know the language, and I'm like, no, I don't.
It's the Mandela effect. In this world, you are French. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. It would seriously probably be the worst Mandela effect I could ever have in my life. Well, no, Nazis would be probably up there the worst, but I mean, yeah.
And here's what I was thinking: like these people, these actors' names have changed, right? Like, Some people admit in the audience and are viewing in the live chat here that my name is actually a Mandela. I've been MAC my whole life, but some people remember MC.
No, it goes no. Well, Brian, I think like I've seen both. It's
You see
MAC
both?
or you see McFarlane, like MC. You know what I mean?
I'm scared to check my birth certificate right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, my last name. I try to make everybody out there try to figure out how that one happened, because I guarantee they're not gonna be able to work it out. It's
Well, I wanted
Wordman.
to ask you guys. Maybe you can help me out here, Candice. I know there's a few restaurants down there. There was this like Burger King is called something different over there, isn't it? Like in Australia.
It's called Hungry Jack's. In New Zealand, it's Burger King.
Hungry Jack's.
That was in Australia.
Yes.
Yeah. I know that.
Is that one Mandela? Is that a Mandela logo or Mandela company?
I don't know. I'll have to go look it up, see what it is right now.
Yeah, look it up real quick. It might throw you off a bit.
So
Yeah.
Candice is a quarter pounder with cheese called a Royale with cheese.
It's just a quarter pounder.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
that's a
there you
European
go.
thing.
Hey, do they
Yeah.
charge you? Do they charge you extra for ketchup over there where you live? They better not.
I think they try to in Australia, but I haven't had that happen to me. If
Okay,
I'm,
good.
in New Zealand.
Well,
see the
like
Well, y'all, I'm sorry to have to do this, but I'm going to jump off because somebody's going to be home shortly. And as long as my M&Ms stay M&Ms, which are my favorite candy, and don't change to N&Ns, I'll be fine.
Oh, it looks like Hungry
Y'all
Jack's
be,
exists.
y'all be
So
blessed.
All right, you too,
It does
Jennifer.
exist.
Thanks for joining in tonight, and we'll see
No.
you later. Okay.
Jennifer,
All right, bye, y'all.
Jennifer, I personally just want to say that from our conversation last night, I'm glad that that you're good. So
Same here.
I was worried about it all day.
I know. Thank you. You guys are so
I was
kind.
worried about you, and I didn't know what the situation was, and I was just praying to God that you're okay.
I know. See, that's why you guys are so important. We're so important to each other because this is not just a community, but this is how life is now, and we need each other through this.
Yeah.
This is really hard stuff sometimes. I'm not trying to be a downer, but it's true. So
Yeah.
I'm glad I have all of
We
you.
are
I'm very
family.
glad.
You know.
Yeah. So
And
y'all
if you
be
notice-
blessed, and I'll see y'all later.
You too.
Okay,
Thank you,
love
Jen.
Okay.
Love you, Jen.
Good night. Now we'll talk later. All right. Bye
Bye,
bye.
Jen.
Good night. Candice.
Yes.
Yeah, Candice, I wanted to ask you because I'm sure a lot of our listeners out there and people that are watching around the world want to know. Tell us about the Capitol, maybe what you thought, what it actually is. Maybe did you notice the map change around for you, the map of Australia, because a lot of us are affected by that. Can you?
I thought it looked a little bit different, but I'm gonna have a chat to my dad about it.
Okay.
I was wondering about the earthquakes because I'd seen a video from I think it was BB Earthwatch, and he said you guys only had so many earthquakes during so many years, and he had said that there was like 60 some earthquakes this year. I just want you to comment about that if that's true. There might be like small tremors or whatever in different areas, but I was just wondering about that.
Oh, there are a lot of earthquakes here.
Yeah.
Got to experience it coming out here. Bit scary.
Yeah.
Another question.
You never get used to. That's for sure. I have a little advertisement I want to show you. I don't know if you want to link that to people.
Yeah, sure.
But
Sure.
I came across this one last night.
Okay, I'll share it with everyone.
You to tell me what you think of it.
It's redirecting. Oh, did you get a chance to look at Hungry? Oh, look at this Jim Beam.
Yep.
Yeah, that's weird.
The label, it's almost like the AI put it back upside down.
Oh my gosh. That is crazy. The label is upside down,
It's not
guys.
advertising
Jim Beam.
it as an upside down bottle or label to sell.
They're seriously doing that?
Jim Beam.
So it's for sale.
Jim Beam upside down.
Is that like a...
Yep.
Why did they do it upside down?
Because
What do you mean it's upside down?
It makes you wonder if the AI is
The
editing it.
Jim Beam is printed upside down on this bottle.
Okay, I'm looking at
Jim
the
Beam.
logo and it's okay here.
So you witnessed it go from Jim Beam to Bean, and then back to Beam?
Well, I noticed it as bean, and it's gone back to beam, so I've only ever seen it go from bean to beam.
well, even whiskey's changed
I thought it
too.
was Jim Beam. Wait a second, is it Jim Beam?
It's beam now.
What?
With an M.
No, it was Jim Beam.
Yeah, it was Bean with an N.
And this is why I
What
found
the
it
heck?
really mind control, because I watched some videos on YouTube.
It was Jim Beam. In my reality, let me look it up, or this is driving me crazy.
Don't remember that.
Yeah, in my reality too, Brian, it was Bean, like an
What?
N.
No, are you guys?
And if you go look at there's YouTube videos of people looking at the bottle, and they're looking at the M. Whether or not the AI changed it back to M or not, I don't know. But they're actually saying very clearly "bean" with an N.
Really?
So this is what made me go towards the mind control or the visual hack more.
I'm writing that one down. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you guys remember Jim Beam? Let's take a vote. Jim Beam? I remember Jim Beam. Like, that's the reality I'm from.
And
Yeah,
the
well,
other day I came across.
Look, Chris, look at
Okay, we got residue.
Chris, look at the bourbon. It says bourbon whiskey. Look at the whiskey name underneath the tight. It's spelled the right way. Now whiskey isn't spelled that way anymore.
Marinating with Jim Beam, my kitchen smells of straight up whiskey.
Okay, I haven't.
Residue dip last night had a fifth of Jim Beam whiskey. It was lit. LL, seeing a rock band with live night sound in people. Wow. Drinking Jim Beam whiskey. Rum and Jim Beam whiskey is not a good mix.
Jim Beam.
Not a good mix.
It was not Jim Beam.
Yep, I'm finding residue.
Are you guys with me on that? The Jim Beam? That just sounds weird.
No, it was Jim Bean.
And I know I'm not associating that with Jimmy Dean.
I never drank it, but
Jimmy Dean sausage, and we have Jim Bean. Bean.
There's a place, Red Man, Miami, where they actually make stuff here, and it says vanilla, Barocha, and a Jim Beam whiskey syrup and Nutella topping. They actually say Jim Beam whiskey, and this is
yeah.
No, but look at whiskey though. Like, is the E missing? Because whiskey's changed too.
Whiskey decanter, Jewel Company car, $35. Hundreds of whiskey workers are tired of being locked down, and now they're something, one bourbon, one strike. Jim Beam.
There's got to be.
Tons of residue.
I know there's got to be a country song. We could probably find a country song that has Jim Beam with an N sound.
But you know the gold dress, that dress, whether it's gold.
Actually,
gold or black.
Brian, look up the show The Ranch.
Wait, Teresa. I know Teresa. I know Teresa. Seeker was saying something. Hold on. Seeker, what were you saying? It's okay.
No, I was just saying. No. Because it's just a new show I watched on Netflix. It's called The Ranch. It's got Sam Elliott and Ashton Kutcher and Alicia Cooper or whatever. And I can remember just mentioning the Jim Beam I remember them having a bottle on their porch. So I can't tell you what episode it is or whatever, but I mean, I'm just saying that's a place to start. Like, if you want to try to find it.
Well, some spirit is leading me to look at like shows like movies like Dude, Where's My Car? And Dude, what's that? Dude Ranch. Any of those like 90s TV shows, 80s TV shows, a lot of these seem to be Mandela affected. That Jim Beam is driving me wild right now, Candice. You got my mind going about that now. I can't sleep tonight.
Chuck making some of our new drinks. Wow.
All right. So going back to mind control, I know Jennifer was dipping out of here. I didn't get to talk briefly about that. There's this trick that you do. Okay, if they're charging you for ketchup, okay, I wanted to tell you that you what you do is you pay for your meal first. You get agitated at the register when they have to ring up something for such a small amount. So usually you ask for the ketchup afterwards, and then they'll give it to you for free. 9 times out of 10, it's a Jedi trick. Use it. Use it wisely.
Yeah, you could use it like I did at McDonald's when I used to work there. When the guy said, "I want to have a McFlurry, strawberry McFlurry," and then he gets to the window and says, "No, I didn't order the strawberry McFlurry." Like, this was back like a long time ago, and I'm like, "You didn't order it?" And he's like, "No." And this is the same guy pulls the same trick like probably 3 or 4 times a week. And I'm like, "Okay, it's not strawberry." And he's like, "And I already made it, right?" So he's like, "No." I said, "It's the Rocky Road or whatever flavor." And so I actually threw it into his car and hit him in the face with it. And I lost my job, of course, but that's just one of those stories where people try Jedi mind tricks. And you know what? If I was working at McDonald's and you're trying the ketchup trick on me, you'd probably get a whole lot of ketchup like in your car, because it's not going to work with me. I guess that's the point of the whole story.
Exactly, but here's the thing: like when I lived in Germany, they actually charge you 20 cents for each package of ketchup. Believe it or not.
And what's funny now is that you see at the stores. I don't know about America, but you can actually buy bottles of the McDonald's Big Mac sauce in a bottle, like a ketchup bottle kind of thing.
Oh my
And
goodness!
you can buy it. I don't know if you guys have that down there, but you can buy what they put on the Big Mac, the sauce. You can actually buy it, and the McChicken sauce too, like the mayonnaise. You can buy both of them.
Yeah. We're gonna open up
in your store
with that mayonnaise. Mayonnaise with one N.
Oh no.
Also, the differences are so subtle intentionally, so we keep arguing about it, or
yes,
instead of trying to figure out who's responsible.
That's what we need to do. We need to find out. We need to find out who's responsible. And I mean, CERN has basically put themselves as the scapegoat. Okay, I don't know if that's actually the case, if they're responsible, but it seems to lead in that direction.
I don't know if it's government or not, or CERN, but I mean, if you've seen that video that they had, I mean, how evil can you get? I mean, really. They had Baphomet out there. They had flying cow and people like it was grotesque. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, even if I'm not the super religious person in the world, but I'm looking at that and I'm almost puking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so disgusting. Like, it's so against everything That is what a human being should be, and any person that believes in God. You know what I mean? That's just my thoughts about that. It was like it was disgusting. It was disgusting.
The thing, like, I know we have science, and then we have like physics, okay, and then we have like metaphysics, you know, stuff that goes beyond that. And like when you're talking about the spiritual realm, like me and Rena have been spiritually attacked. That really bothered me, but it does reassure me that the spirit world is real. What do you think? What do you guys think if you guys are like, I mean, because you want rational explanations. Right now we don't have a rational explanation. Something tangible, something scientific. Science seems like it cannot explain the spirit world.
No, I don't want science to explain it to me, because like of course, like a couple of days ago, you had a scientific person on there, and I was kind of like overly aggressive towards it, and I shouldn't have been. And like I said, I'm over that, and so I'll just be more spiritual in my conversation. In that, I don't think it matters. Seriously, you can say the Earth is round. You can say the Earth is flat. You can say the cat wears a big hat. You know, it doesn't matter. If you believe in God, you know, and you believe in Jesus, that's all that matters. To me, anyway. I don't care whatever else people think. The world could not be blue. Maybe it's red, or it's.
Well, and when you and the mere thought of mentioning, you know, Jesus, his name, someone who's not really into the spirit and into that may turn a blind ear. They're going to turn dark against that. You know, honestly, if you are of the light, you know, by all means, you're going to be attracted to the light. Am I right?
Well, like I had improperly said the other night there, I was trying to put up the yin and the yang, but as an example. But I mean,
I remember you talking about that.
It's the light that's more important, obviously. But you can't have one without the other, and I think, and that's why Lucifer is pulling his tricks right now. I think that's why we're in this place where we are right now, because he's got the other part of the circle right now, and he's pulling this stuff on us. But God's gonna come back, and the light is gonna come back, and we're gonna be seeing high beams, man. Like,
well,
total, like, you're gonna be blind from light. It's just gonna be so great. That's what I'm saying.
That's our eternal reward.
Yeah.
And like I want to point out here, like a lot of people, like Life Matrix has mentioned this. Even his name says it all. Like, he talks about the Matrix reality, and now a lot of people are leaning more toward that theory. The Matrix reality really does make sense when you think about it. It's like a simulation. It's a test. A tribulation is like a test. So just like I don't know if you guys remember watching like the X-Men when they were preparing for battle against the bad guys. They were in this simulation all together, and there were all these in the cartoon. I remember there were all these big giant robots. What do you call those guys? You know, you're a comic guy.
Sentinels. Yeah.
The Sentinels. Yes. So they were battling against these fake Sentinels. So I'm really sort of leaning into that, in that direction, that this is a simulated reality. Whatever it is, I mean,
no, but I can't.
So God in the Bible refers to Satan as the tormentor. You know, it's a test. This whole thing is a test. That's what I believe.
No, but I believe that he's testing and he's taking control. But I have a dying bird in front of me that's like dying, and then it dies at my feet. Like, I just can't believe that that's a simulation. As much, I can't accept that.
I know when you're talking about human life and animal life.
Yeah, I can't. It's not. Yeah.
Have you become, since the Mandela effect? Here's another question for everybody. So, while we're on the concept of mind control and everything else, the spirit of the spirit and stuff. Are you guys closer to animals and everything else? That I feel like I'm closer. I understand animals more. Like, yes, since the Mandela effect, I have become like.
No, I look at everything. I watch the bees on the dandelions like during the day, and I don't want to even. I feel bad about mowing the lawn because that's pollination for them, and I don't want to run over the dandelions. I feel I'm more in tune to them than and connected more to the world. You know what I mean? Like in that sense. And like, you wouldn't believe how much money I spend on peanuts and bird seed, like, because I feed the doves and I feed chipmunks and squirrels, and like, it's just been that way. Like, even before the Mandela effect, I was that way anyway, and maybe that's why God chose me to see it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
He knew.
I think so too. He chose us all. Like,
Yeah.
everyone here. I'm sure you guys all have the magic M on your hand. And I know Teresa's over there giggling away because she's got both hands that are M's. Right? Are both your hands M's?
Well, actually, let me see. Oh, one M, my right hand.
Yeah, you have it too, Corey. I see you have it big time.
Yeah, my other one's pretty close. Not as the other one, but if I can try to get it here. A little farther away.
Candice, are you there?
Turn it.
Yeah.
Candice, do you have an M on your hand? I know it's been mentioned a lot. Like,
Yeah, I have like a double or a triple M actually.
what?
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so you're really in tune. Like there's mine. It's like a partial. Like you could see.
You got the same thing I got, Brian. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like the big M there.
Oh.
Did you ever look into the Did you ever look into the whole Rh negative theory? Like.
Well, yeah, the Rh negative is in my father and my sister's part of the family. And my mother and I are not, but we're in tune to the Mandela effect, and they are not. So, it's kind of weird, and that's a whole other story we could bring up or talk about. Is they don't see it, you know what I mean? Like, and they're the rarest blood on Earth, right? So, but the most sympathetic or the most empathetic person is not Rh negative. That's the way I see it. I mean, at least for me and my mom, anyway. We see the changes, and we're not the same blood type as my father and my sister.
Okay.
But they don't see a single thing, and they won't acknowledge it one bit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm RH negative myself, but whether or not
No,
you
I'm
are or
not
not,
saying
you don't know if
that.
you're descended from one either, like your grandparent or someone, you know,
I
before you could have been.
I think just like on that point, my family's originally from Finland. Like my last name is Vertinen. Like I'm from Finland, so I don't know if it came from an ancient blood over across that type, like that part of the country. So you can even look at that. Like, does it come from somebody over there? You know what I mean? Like it's weird. Like you can throw so many questions out there. Like,
Yeah, Teresa, you were sending me something a second ago.
Huh?
Teresa, you there? Hey.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Yeah, no, that's cool. You were sending me something earlier. I forget what you were trying to send me.
Hormel, Shirley?
Oh, that one. Yeah. Did that change?
It looks really bizarre. You might want to bring it up. It's really bizarre looking. Seriously.
You talking about the logo itself or the lettering or what?
Yes, the logo. Hormel, yes.
Okay, this is, Logopedia has got to be making a killing off of me. Because they flash up their
really
ads.
Bizarre.
Well, what I'm noticing is that the logo has a 6. It's broken.
Are you looking at the same one I'm looking at?
I think so. The one you sent me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does this resemble anything from Hormel?
Just looks weird.
Yeah. I don't remember that ring being broken like that. Like I said, folks, I'm talking about all these broken rings. There's patterns to these logos. I think what it may mean.
Little tykes too changed. Ask about that one.
Oh, little tykes. I haven't noticed that one.
Yeah, now it's T-I-K-E-S. But don't you remember it was T-Y-K-E-S?
Hold on. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little tykes. I'll share that with them real quick.
It used to be T-Y, now it's T-I, and that's big time wrong. I remember that.
Hold on. It's what now?
It used to be little tykes, T-Y-K-E-S, T-I-K-E-S.
Well, I'm not going to deny that it wasn't like that because you know what I'm saying.
Let's ask the audience in the chat room whether they remember.
Okay.
T-Y-K-E-S or T-I-K-E-S. Let's see what they think.
Let's get a vote, guys, on this one. This is another vote. Mandela effect time.
Give me a second. I'm off for a second there. Just give me a minute.
Sure, Corey, no problem. I do want to share this article after this one, after we take the vote. Yeah, I know. Like part of my mind wants to see it with the Y, you know, for some reason. I'm not sure, but it's like my upgraded mind still sees it like TI. What do you guys think? It just looks so weird. If I could only see a logo the way it used to be, then it would be different.
I'm sorry, guys. I keep finding them. I'm sitting here. Soft soap. You might want to look at that one. That one's really bizarre.
Okay, soft soap.
Yeah,
all right,
look at the S and the T. Sorry, I'm sitting here and they're like.
No, it's okay. It's cool. Like you and I, we jump around with random stuff sometimes, and that's just the way. No, that's just.
The spirits leading me to them.
I know.
I mean, I can't go anywhere without me finding them. I mean, even if I'm having a good day, just mind my own business, just like they appear in front of me.
Well, I've noticed some vitamin companies. I don't know if you guys noticed these. There's these gummy vitamins.
Let's see what this is in the chat room.
Fusion. I think one of these brands changed.
Oh, I'm getting a bunch of TYKES.
The F in Vitafusion is cut off on the left side. By the way.
TYKES. Okay, people out there, now it's TIKES.
It might have been.
This is Residue over here to look for it.
It might have been. So is someone saying it in the chat? Did they say it was Tykes?
Yeah, a couple of them. Yeah, even Chris McDonald says it looks weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I think it was. Was it with a Y, Candice?
I believe so.
Really?
Yep. I found one.
Wow.
There you go, Marin. There's your Mandela for the night. And also, while we're on the phone, bring up soft soap. You're going to blow your mind on that one. Soft soap.
Okay, I've got a whole list of them to do.
Sorry.
No, it's cool.
Sorry.
It's cool. You know, and you guys are welcome to take these Mandelas and you know.
Yeah, anybody that has any.
You want to do a video or whatever.
We already talked about it. You guys can think of any new ones that lately or just looks off to you. You put it in the chat.
Oh my gosh, David, yeah. David's
awesome,
right.
Brian.
David says, look at the Tykes geometria. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have looked into like scalar weapons and nanobots and all that sort of thing, but if it is mind control or anything to do with that, we need to figure out how to protect ourselves.
I saw somebody make a video about that. Yo, what happened to Kato, guys? I don't know if any of you are into like clothing and apparel and stuff like that. Like, have you guys noticed the Kato logo change? And
I kind of remember that
and weren't you telling me, like, doesn't Kato sell clothing for like the bigger, like, well, I don't want to get in trouble, but you know, like, aren't they known for selling like clothing to?
You're talking about my Catherine's? That's not Kato.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm looking at the Kato logo that Rena sent me, guys. Rena sent me something here on this. Look at the Kato.
I heard Kato.
Maybe Rena should join us, like, you know.
Where's Rena?
No, what's she doing?
She's hot. She's playing Troll Hunter right now with Salted and Data Junkie. Which is
I know. I know she's on a lot of sites and
I'm gonna open up the calling lines in a little bit. You know, if anyone wants to ask any questions for our guests, because we're approaching that time here shortly.
I get a question for Candice. Because I was away. I totally missed out on your mind control topic. Like, if you want to, like, just quickly, like, sum it up, like, real quick on what you were talking about.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed like the red dress and the blue dress, how people see that one differently. And then I noticed someone posted a Gandalf, you know, the run you fools versus fly you fools. And in that
which one was it?
group discussion.
Wow, which one was it? Which one was it to you?
I can hear fly, but the subtitles of that one was run. And the thing that was interesting, though, is that they posted this video. Half of the people in the me group was claiming to hear it as run, while the other half, at the same time, claimed to hear it as fly.
What?
So, yeah,
wow.
That's right. So I thought, well, why are half of these people at the same timestamp claiming to hear it one way, and the other half claiming to hear it the other way? And it was also me connecting that to people looking at the bean bottle and saying bean. But I'm thinking people are perceiving it differently, possibly at the same time. And it could be, you know, geographical isolation or, you know.
Well, not
people
to
being
get
targeted to see things.
Yeah, not to get freaky on people. This is a whole different subject, and maybe it was just a lucid dreaming or whatever. But when I woke up, I honestly, like, to me when I thought I woke up that someone was trying to change my brain patterns of what I was thinking about, like for the real world, like I was seeing it before me, and I was like, this is not real. And then all of a sudden, like, I was awake, and then I'm like, oh my God, well, are they telling me this is not what I'm thinking? Or, like, it was, like, really weird. Like, I guess just heads up in case you experience it in the future. Like, it was just so weird that it was just like something in like a dream, but it was like a dream that where you're telling yourself something is happening and it's not real, and then you wake up and you're like, well, it didn't actually happen. So I mean, when it comes down to the whole mind control thing, like maybe that's how they do it when we're asleep, you know. They're trying to change it through when we're sleeping or something.
That's what I've read, that some people are more susceptible at that time.
Yeah. Well, when you're in your REM sleep, right? Like you're dreaming, and it could happen. You know what I mean? And maybe that's why
it could happen
like,
anytime.
yeah, well, like I haven't been sleeping well, and maybe that's why. Like like
maybe that's what's happening when people see things change before them in front of their eyes.
Like Candice, like Candice, you weren't here before, but I had brought up that that I actually, like, I was listening to a song by a certain artist or whatever. He's East Canadian. You wouldn't know the song, but I mean, it was like I was asleep, and then all of a sudden that part of the song hit, and I heard it, and it was said, and it didn't even sound like the artist that was singing it. It just said, "Don't go to sleep." And I knew, like, it was scary. Like, it was like
something was trying to warn you.
Yeah, like, so I was looking up, like, try not to go to sleep and stuff like that. So my only thought was, don't fall asleep to the Mandela effect. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it, just because I got on a lull when I was working a lot the last 4 months, and I kind of did, like, but this message was way before I even started my new job or whatever. But it was like so clear. It was like, don't go to sleep, you know, like, and it was weird. So yeah,
Maybe
I'm
someone
throwing that out
was trying
there.
to help you out.
Yeah. What do you think, Brian? Have you ever had any kind of crazy dreams that would, like, you know, oscillate your brain to thinking, you know, this is crazy. Is this real, or am I dreaming? You know, like
I don't know. I have a lot of those dreams where, and it seems to be like repetitive, where like I'm house hunting, and it's usually like in the either I'm looking at real estate, something like that, and I'm going through all these rooms in a house, and I always think about those fantastic places where like you have like a slide pole, like in
Oh my
Pee-wee's.
God, Brian! Like
I want a slide pole like in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I want one of those.
No, well, like you're almost putting up Freddy. You're putting up Freddy Krueger for me right now because my mom watches those shows with the house hunting there, and they're always like going showing different different shows with different houses and stuff like that, and it's just like if I was actually dreaming about that, like that would be horrible. Like,
well, it may be because I watch a lot of HGTV.
yeah,
it's all that's on at work. They either put that on or National Geographic.
no,
But nobody wants to watch the news. So
nothing said. Like I got one. My father does a CNN thing, and then my mother does the HTV thing. So I either get like the news that is fake, or I get the housing displays or the
yes.
you know.
And that's taking us back to the mind control thing, you know, about this fake news. Candice, have you seen those videos on YouTube where like they caught police like on camera? There's these police, they're changing from their uniforms to their terroristic looking outfits.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen some things about staged things.
Yes, and then like they show like carrying a man or a woman with like they're limping like from an injury, and then like there's an outtake where they're walking fine.
Yeah, it's interesting. You have to think about the power that would be in mind control. Like, who needs time travel if you can just rewrite history? If I wanted people to think I was the queen or I had $1 billion.
Well, what do you think about the queen now changing her authority on who's going to be next in line? Because like being Canada and being Australia, we're pretty close to being in the same type of situation.
I haven't been
there we go.
up with what's happening there.
Okay, it's got to be the Matrix. It's weird.
Oh, damn you, Matrix!
Or maybe the mind control is making you feel that way.
Oh, and apparently there's there's another one of me in the chat too. Like that, isn't that weird?
Where?
There's like 2 of me here.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
If you look one.
No, I mean in the Hangouts there's like 2 of me. I guess one's from my phone. Candice, it's funny how that works sometimes, but I don't know.
Maybe you see me.
Maybe I pulled a Shazam there or something. You know what I mean? Oh, there he goes. Bye, other me.
Brian,
we're having a good time here, guys. If anyone would like to call,
Brian, tell me when you buy that DeLorean because I want to go back to the future with you.
You want to go what?
I said when you build that DeLorean, let me know because I'm gonna go back to the future with you. I'm sorry, Candice, I cut you off. Go ahead.
It's kind of a paradox. Back to the future. It's such a cool phrase. I never really thought about it like that.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Teresa? I'm sorry. You were saying something.
Somebody was announcing about you guys tomorrow being on the radio.
Yeah, me and Rena are going live on radio. I contacted somebody over at ABC who liked my story about the we had that that entity interrupt our phone call and everything, and he does a show on paranormal kind of stuff.
Oh wow!
So it'd be nice. It'd be nice to get to know him and everything and talk on his show. And that's going to air.
That was weird. That was really weird.
I don't know how far out does AM radio get, guys? Do you guys know how far out?
I mean, we get in Canada, so I mean, obviously it's all connecting, and like seriously. I seriously like. I don't know if you guys noticed, but especially like with the internet and stuff now, a lot of these internet or pool stations got a lot of big little tubes in them, and I'll let you know what my theory is and what is in them. And I don't know what they look like in America, but to me, like being from Canada in a small town where, I mean, like, you know, seeing a moose would be something really nice to see or something. But I mean, we got these crazy poles like going up, and to me, I think that they're actually missiles. I can't say, I can't confirm it, but I mean, they could actually put missiles in those things. So,
David asked a question. David in the chat asked, okay, where is this AM 1490? It's out of Alabama, guys, just over the state, the Georgia-Alabama line. I don't know how far out AM radio reaches, but he says he has 100,000 viewers, or listeners on his station. So that's awesome. Yeah, we're gonna try to get the word out as best we can. Please pray for us, because okay, Data, you have their page. That's awesome. That's awesome. Like I said, we have to always stay. We have to try to stay one step or even further ahead of the AI.
Yeah. Speaking of that, there's something I'd like to bring up if I could.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Candice.
I was talking to Harold about it, and I was saying it would be good if we have a programmer on board, computer programmer, to write a program to check these things for us online and notify us of changes live. And a program wouldn't, like our own AI, and he told me that would be a spider. I'm not a programmer myself, but a program working for us wouldn't be using vision to tell what's what. So it'd be interesting.
Okay. Well, do you guys? I don't know if you remember.
I think personally it'd be hard to put a spider up because the government won't allow it. That's just my opinion, but I mean we can advance our own chat, like I think with different programs and stuff like that. But I mean to try to put something out there really aggressive or something, like it would be hard. You know what I mean?
Exactly, but
not impossible, right?
Here, okay. Go ahead, Candice. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
No, she said it wouldn't be impossible. I wish I was with you, girl. Like the way you're talking, sign me up to your secret society, like that you have going on there. Like, really?
I know, right?
I know. She's like James Bond.
She's better than James Bond. She's real.
Oh, okay.
The original James Bond was what was it, Barry Nelson, right? And that was where they coined the name, or part of the name, from Nelson Mandela. It's so weird how that worked.
Yeah, really.
It was like Fiona Broom. I wonder if she was even real. Like, is she a real person? I've emailed her. I have not heard a response yet. Now there's like 3 different times that people think. I asked, and Adam is one of my friends on Facebook. He's asked several people, like, when did the Mandela effect get coined? And I think we brought it up in the chat one time. Some people said 2005. Some people said 2009. I'm still going along with 2013, which is when Mandela died. To me, and that's because I didn't ever hear about the other date, but I did remember him dying in 2013, and that's when I thought the Mandela effect was brought up by Broom.
Yeah,
maybe she went on her broom and flew off somewhere.
Well, Brian, I personally think like, and I know Adam personally,
Oh, cool.
like my own opinion is that I think we're kind of screwed no matter now what we do. Like I think it all started with the 2012 with the Mayan calendar. I think that's when it started. But everything is backing track, like that. The past has changed, and now we can't say if that is because of 2012. You know what I
Well,
mean? Like,
if it was
because
2012, then why
it's
do I
too late
remember
now. Because JFK, like the assassination, that's changed, right?
Yeah, but people were
Yeah.
experiencing me's way before 2012. Like, it wouldn't explain.
No, they have. But this is the question: were they really experiencing it then, or are they only experiencing it like after 2012? Is there actual evidence that it actually happened before 2012? Maybe that person's thinking they put that thing out before 2012. It's like me putting something out tomorrow saying, yeah, I remember that in 2009. But who's to say my memory hasn't been changed and that it was, my memory's telling me 2009 now.
I know it's so
Like,
weird how that works. I think like
yeah.
2009, there seems to be a lot of logos changing around that time. I'm looking at I'm checking for patterns in the logos because the logos tell us a lot of things. And when you go to Logopedia, you can see a lot of these things are changing around that era, around 2009 for sure, so big time.
Like, I mean, the changes have got to the point where, honest to God, like I could watch the 10 Commandments, for example, and Moses' robes changed, and now he's got a Ford logo on it instead of what he had back in 1960 when he made the movie. Charlton Heston would say, "Yeah, that logo's always been there." You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We can't get away. We can't find truth. Like, I guess that's why I call myself Seeker Truth. Like, you can find the truth, like, because it's changing so much and so fast that we can't find it. It's retarded.
Well, we can just hope that since, we can remember things or realize that the changes are happening, that our memories are still intact.
Yes, well, we know it. But
and if my memory is intact, then it would
what
be
happens? We all, like, when we all die, all that knowledge is going to die with us. You know what I'm saying? The fake truth that has been changed will be there forever because we can't carry it on.
Can I say something too about that? Like,
yeah,
to what you're saying. That's why I've made it my life here to get the message to everybody. And I actually have 3 YouTube channels. I've created a second one, Mandela Effect Awareness, and I'm going to be uploading all my videos onto there. So there'll be double the videos and then triple. I'm actually going to have triple the amount of videos.
Brian, I told you about WSO. I told you about even secure teams having trouble. Like, eventually YouTube's just they're gonna, like, anything that has to deal with what we're talking about, it's gonna be gone soon. That's what I'm thinking of what's gonna happen, unfortunately. But Like they're destroying channels with anybody that has an opinion about anything that is different in the world. And we're going to be quieted and silenced.
Well, exactly.
And
It's the silence of the lambs now. It used to be silence of the lambs. Am I right?
yeah.
Am I right?
Hello, Candice.
Pilot,
So
what is it
good
now?
to see you again. You know.
Was it silence of the lambs or the silence of the lambs to you?
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yes, look at it now. It's the silence of the lambs.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and when
I
he
wasn't aware
first
of
met
that.
when he first met her, he said, "Hello, Candice. So good to see you again."
Yeah.
Now he just says good morning or something.
Good morning.
I think what we
Yeah,
need to do
and-
next is start testing these theories. And, you know, I was talking about it. If it's mind control, do we go into a Faraday cage? Do we, you know, what would work on this? And it'd be interesting to get a me person and a non-me person
Well,
together
I'm
and
going
see for
along
some
with
way
the
of
people.
blocking it.
I'm sort of going along with those people. What was that? What was that movie where the ETs were coming and they put these foil hats on? I'm kind of going along
Yeah, and
with
just
something
see
like
what you
that.
see then. You know, like, do you see things change? Do you see it
signs
differently?
from M. and Night Shyamalan, maybe.
Maybe he was trying to hint at something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Mel Gibson's a little crazy nowadays, but I mean, that movie really probably put it out there, like, just swing away.
Wasn't there like another Mandela effect where that girl was in the pit, right? And he was passing her something in a basket, and didn't he say it puts the lotion on its skin, right?
No, that was Science of the Lambs.
That's what I'm talking about.
You put the lotion in the basket, or
right.
no, the lotion on the skin.
It puts the lotion on the skin. I remember him saying that, and it says something different now, I think.
Yeah. That's just one of millions. I mean, it's like Forrest Gump. I mean, it's not.
Well, that's why.
Life was like a box of chocolates.
I'll let you guys.
Life is a box of chocolates.
Let me share something with you guys because this is really important. This is what I have been working on all along. If you guys want to send residue to the Mandela Effect Awareness with the subject line, you put residue, and that goes for you too, Candice. If you want to send me residue, by all means, everything marked residue in the subject line will get put into a folder called residue. And check this out. This is a couple of links here that I have on the in the description. These are all free, by the way, to open to the public. This is the link to the share drive. Unfortunately, I have to go back through every Mandela Effect video I've ever created and post that link in there. But when you click on that, it's going to show you this shared folder here. There's a list of known Mandela effects, which I have 9 people collaborating on that with me that are added to the edit list. You guys are not able to edit it, but you can open it up and view it. There is a residue log which shows who submitted the residue and when and where, like who is it from. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, it's open. Whoopsie. It's open to the public.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, Brian, but I have to ask, like, why do we have residue? If this world totally changed, like, why is there residue? Like, Candice, do you have an opinion on that, or?
Yeah, I think residue is what the AI missed or what they missed changing because they're not perfect, and the proof is in the cracks and the flaws.
Is there anything else, like, I guess, would be the best for you would be Crocodile Dundee, like, you know, the knife, thing, right?
Exactly. Hey, this is so funny. This has got to stop. This has got to stop. They better not interfere on my radio call tomorrow. That's going to really back on. Hey, Candice. Hey, Seeker.
Everybody there?
Yeah, we got everybody, I think. Can you hear me, guys?
Yep.
Candice?
Yeah.
We're here. Yep.
Yeah, you sent me some things here about this Q wave. What is this Q wave? Can you explain
it's
that
just
a little
something
bit?
that I came across last night when I was searching on the internet, just looking for possible solutions. They are a bit pricey, but it would be interesting to find out if there's a way that we can create it ourselves or make it more accessible for people cheaper. But it's just something that's worth having a look at.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is, are you constantly being treated like a targeted individual? Are you attacked by psychotronic weapons? Subject to remote brain manipulation. Okay, so this apparently, where'd you find this? Was this just on a Google search or what?
It was just in a Google search. So it's not verified, but it's just I'm looking at solutions.
I wonder if it has something to do with
that's
those
what it is.
microwaves. Like we had that other person on here that was speaking.
Yeah, my person that I
about microwaves.
Kind of attacked about that
I
microwave
saw this one.
stuff.
This was,
And seriously, Brian, still, I don't agree with that microwave stuff. I mean, really. I mean, come on. How many, like, I've been microwaving, like, popcorn forever. And I get the Mandela effect? I mean, come on.
again, this could just be a scheme, you know, like a placebo. It could be a placebo, maybe. This may block mind control.
A placebo is something that doesn't exist. It's just made up.
Goodness gracious. So apparently there's
just the things I'm looking into.
Okay, you can paint away your problems.
But also some of those things are quite expensive, so it'd be nice to figure out a way of creating such a thing more
if we
affordable
all
and
could
accessible
take
for everybody.
placebos, then we wouldn't have to pay for pills to deal with people's problems, right?
Well, I'll tell you which kind of paint that I personally would like to have is the indestructible paint, like in what's that TV show with Kit, Knight Rider. That car was made from indestructible paint, or I mean it has it painted on the car, so that's why you see the car in the TV show crash through brick walls and stuff like that. I think it would be kind of neat to have something like that, and definitely whatever they throw at you couldn't hurt you.
No, I mean, that was awesome. I mean, David Hasselhoff had probably the two best shows you could actually have. I mean, he's driving in a cool car, and then he's got girls jumping around in the beach. Like, you know, like, I mean, it's the best man shows that you can have, right? You got boobs bouncing around, and then you got a man, like, being all tough in a car, you know. Kind of convenient.
David Letterman wants in the chat. I said that's fine if you want to join in. And we're going to take calls here in the next probably 15.
Oh my God, David Letterman's here? Oh.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm up for that, because, like, he's kind of up there, you know. I don't know if I could follow that. I don't know.
If you guys still want to remain anonymous, send me a email to MandelaEffectAwareness@gmail, and I'll send you a link to join the chat. That's not my personal email, so you can send. And I'll shoot you a link right back. Okay.
No, Brian's cool, buddy.
Yeah, I'm cool. I really try to get everybody talking so we can discuss this stuff. I'm still tripping out over this Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers.
Well, I seen you brought that up in a different video, like before I got on, and that was kind of weird. Like, what's that all about?
What was about what?
About the Morphin Ranger thing.
Well, it's funny because Reality Shifter put out this video right around the same time, Moneybag73 finds this mummified alien at
Yeah.
Nazca.
I seen that on Secure Team. Yeah.
That's insane, and it's the synchronicities, I think. And then we find this alien Power Rangers deal. I don't know how long that's been going on, but I can show you guys what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
Insane.
Really? I mean, like, you got this mollified alien wrapped up in, like, mummified. Like, you know, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's hard to believe what's real and fake anymore, honestly. And I think it goes along with that mind control.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like to believe in dimensions and ascension, and even Harold said to me, "Oh, don't take away my ascension. I work so hard for it." So
I don't believe in
it just
that.
might not be that, you know. So you got to keep an open mind.
What do you guys think about it?
My saying, Brian, and forever will be, and it's a simple saying. I am who I am. And it's like Popeye.
I am whatever I say I am.
I am what I am.
And if I wouldn't, why would I be? Wait, that's something else. That's from.
I am what I am.
No,
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I am what I am.
Garbage can.
Yep. And that's what I am. And apparently I can't clean toilets right, so I should just live in a garbage can. So I lost my job there, and I can't clean toilets, so I'll just live in a garbage can. Or you can call me like from Big Bird and that. You can call me the Grinch or something. Or Grumpy, or what's his name? That lives,
I think
the blue guy that lives in
the
the
green
garbage
guy.
can. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Oscar Mayer, Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna be now.
Hey, you'll be all right, man. You know, God always provides, man. He's gonna find you a way.
No, I already told you I'm over that, but I'm just like trying to put up references that are like synchronicity, you know, to my current state of mind. It's like Chewbacca. Whoever knew what he said?
Chewbacca, what was his saying? Was it like a yawn or something like that? Sound like a yawn, right?
Well, he was kind of like that. So yeah, whatever.
Wow. Hey, that's a good attempt. Okay, Okay, I'm trying to get David Letterman in here. Let's see.
Well, let's hope it's the real David Letterman, because I'd like to talk to him, because I didn't like it when he left. Like, he retired. So.
Come on. Okay. Okay, there we go. He sent me an email. Okay, good. All right, so we're gonna get David in here. I'm sure he has some like Mandela experiences he wants to share too. So we'll be glad to have him. All right, so I'll shoot him a link real quick.
David, this is not Jay Leno. Answer. This is not Jay Leno. Or Conan O'Brien.
Like, you guys could keep talking. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Hey, Brian,
No, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Brian,
Yes.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Keep talking, Candice, because your voice is awesome.
Liner. Do you think they're going to get big enough where everybody's going to notice them? Like, big enough where people are going to be like, that's wrong. Enough to wake everybody up.
I think intentionally it's not that way.
It's going
So
to
they can
affect
kind of-
everybody. It's picking out individuals right now.
I mean, I want one that it's going to be in your face. Like, the sky is going to be like purple or something that won't be
We lost Teresa. Oh man, we'll be back.
Yeah, sorry. For myself, it's like it was a book that got me on the Mandela effect. But I mean, the way the world's going now, I mean, like Teresa was about to say, it's gonna be the sky turning purple, pretty much, for everybody to see what's going on, really.
Hello.
We're in a big.
Oh, hello. Hi,
What's-
David.
Hello,
Who's that?
fellow travelers. How are you?
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
What's up?
Hi, David.
Hello, fellow travelers. How are you?
Good, yourself?
David, tell us
great.
which reality you're from.
I am from the reality of the ancient tablets of Thoth.
Is this Scarab?
No. This isn't Scarab. No.
No.
If you guys have never heard of this, it's been around since the actual first shift in 2012. Well, I wouldn't say the first shift, but I'd say it was the one that the Mayans predicted.
Yeah.
That's the first polar shift, which was in 2012.
Yeah.
Yes, we hear you.
That was bizarre.
Yeah, we had another AI try to shut off Teresa, but we got her back.
You're not trying to shut me up. I was trying to say, and that was bizarre. Somebody did not want me to talk about. There's something big happening.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
I am so sorry. I didn't mean to cut anybody off, but have none of
come
you
on,
realized,
David. Just be yourself, buddy. Come on.
have none of you realized why the AI keeps cutting you off?
what happened?
David, do you realize that you have an AI in your name?
No, David's not.
very
That's
true.
not
That is
his
very
real
true.
name.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
David
Candice,
Letterman is
so do
not
I.
my real name.
Not me.
I go by the name Dave Van. That's my email I sent to you there, Brian.
My name is Marie.
It's very close, but I like David Letterman. He's a good
No,
talk host.
it's Scarab. Scarab.
No,
That's
this
his
is
last
not
name.
Scarab. This
Yes,
is
it is. I know your voice, buddy.
Oh,
I know
okay.
your voice, buddy. Nice
not.
try.
I am sorry.
I know it.
If I was gonna go Scarab, I would just go ahead and do his voice, which would be like, "Hey, party people, this is Scarab Performance. We're gonna go ahead and tell you about it."
Yeah.
But no, I'm not Scarab. No, this
Okay,
is not
if you
Scarab.
want to pretend who you are. Fine.
My name is David, and I am fully awake, and I am here to tell you that the reason all of you see the changes is not due to some man-made machine. What CERN is doing is creating an artificial Merkaba. It's a way to jump off this planet before it dies. And the reason the planet's dying is
No, the
because
planet already died, my man. Like
the planet's
you
dying
already
even more.
came.
There's still a way to save it. There's still a way to save it.
we're already gone.
The reason the planet is dying right now is because we have not done what we're supposed to do to take care of the planet as well as take care of ourselves.
Oh, it's too
think
late.
about you think about the vast majority of people.
It's
Now,
too late.
you say it's too late, but let me ask you a question. Do you like that bacon? Do you like that pork? Just honestly,
Honestly,
joke.
Scarab, I
No,
used to.
this is not Scarab. My name is David. Call me David.
David, okay, I'll call you David.
Not David. Not David.
Make you happy.
No, Devon. Devon. Davan is my name.
Devon.
David.
Yeah, David. I say we hear him out. I say we hear him out, man. Just,
Yeah. No. You know. I used to love bacon. I used to love pork. I used to love hamburger, like everybody else. But now that I got into the Mandela effect, I don't want to eat that stuff anymore.
Because you're feeling what? Closer to the planet.
Yeah.
That's what we were drawn to do. We're being drawn closer to what we were raised to eat. Now, a lot of the Christian community has a hard time with this, but you've got to think, just like any other community, they've been indoctrinated, just like the Muslims, and there are Muslims that are waking up. They're seeing the changes, just like the Hindus. They're waking up. They're seeing changes. The Israelites, they're waking up. They're seeing changes.
You bring out good points, Scarab.
Exactly. I'm not scared of, but thank you.
I got you.
So kind. Oh my
I
God.
got you.
If I was scared, I would have a lot
I got
more.
you. No, you can't change it now.
Wait,
I got you now.
Are you?
I got you.
Are you that guy?
I know who you are. I got you, man.
No, I am not scared.
Yeah.
Oh, please, Brian, invite Scarab.
Come on, live up to it. Live up to it. Come on.
Please, no, stop. Seriously, Brian, invite Scarab.
Seriously.
Invite Scarab and invite Life Matrix, because both of them are fully awake. They will join this chat.
No, I'd love to be joined to Life Matrix and Scarab's sites, because I love both of them. You know what I mean? But I've tried, but they won't let me join. So I'm not good. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to talk to.
My friend, stop. It's not because you're not good enough. It's because you're indoctrinated. You fully believe in KJV changes, and I'm going to tell you they're real, but it's because all biblical texts are changing, not just KJV.
No, I'm not even a religious guy, man. I'm not a religious guy. I've never was.
I know.
It wasn't even religion that got me to the change, man.
Speaker, just let David talk for just a minute, because he's bringing up some interesting points here, and then you can have your
okay. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet for like 20 minutes or so.
Well, I mean, it's not a set time here. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't mean to cut anybody off. Please let me. Okay, I don't mean to cut anybody off. I'm just trying to make you guys aware of what's happening. What's happening is we're all being awakened to a Christ consciousness.
Yes.
The whole religious doctrine was put there in place to keep your minds in an imprisonment. So this is one of my biggest things, okay? And this is gonna stop you in your tracks.
No, won't.
What if I were to tell you that we live on a globe Earth and a flat Earth at the same time? Now, David, stop.
I thought about that actually today.
I'll explain to you how that works.
Oh. Yeah.
If you look at all the stuff that NASA tells people and all the stuff the scientists tell people, our moon is too big for our planet.
Yeah, NASA who lies to everybody.
Exactly. So our moon is too big for our planet. What if the truth is that our planet is actually bigger than what they're telling us?
And how many suns do we have?
That's another good question. If you look at everything with Nibiru, Saturn, who's to say that we don't have more than one sun? Now, here's the issue. The people that believe in a flat Earth, they're correct. The portion of the actual globe that we're seeing is flat and domed. Think of it like the movie The Truman Story.
Or Under
Everybody
the
loves
Dome.
that movie, and that is a very truthful movie from Hollywood.
Or Under the Dome.
In
Like
a
Stephen
giant,
King.
but in a giant globe,
Yeah.
Earth, we are a small portion of that globe, trapped in ourselves. We're trapped in our own fame. We're trapped in our own popularities. We're trapped in our own lives. The Christ consciousness is just like the Bible and many other texts say. Love your neighbor. When you accept that Christ consciousness, which we are all accepting, love our neighbors, be with ourselves, commune together, break the bread, drink of the blood, our consciousness. We are collecting. We are becoming a whole. And that is what the elite have been trying to suppress more than anything. They are trying to keep the whole separated.
No, I
This is
totally
where,
I
this
totally
is
agree.
where your biblical separation
Yep.
of pairs comes from.
We should be with our neighbors and love the
Exactly.
neighbors and to be together and love each other.
But this is one thing you will see with other Mandela Effect channels, the ones that aren't liked together, the ones that aren't brought together.
Yeah.
They will stand against this as a new age teaching. They think that the one world religion is something to be afraid of, but it's not, because once the people come together as a Christ consciousness, we transcend from this dimension to our new heaven and our new earth, just like every other religion believes.
Well, I personally don't care.
We are gonna rapture.
Yeah, I don't
so
care
much
what.
that people talk about.
Yeah, I don't care what religion we're in.
It's not about religion, friend. It's
And
not about
we're all gonna be together with Jesus in the clouds, and that's what's gonna happen.
But what you don't realize is right now we're already together in the clouds. If you think about it, because what is one of the major things going around on YouTube right now? The clouds, the sky, chemtrails. All of us are actually caught up in the clouds right now. I guarantee you there's not a person in this channel right now that has not looked up chemtrails, has not been exposed to it.
Oh, that's a good
seen
point.
it. And that's all the ones that, if you look at the Mandela affected, we're all caught up together. Brian, I see you shaking your head.
Do you also believe that consciousness controls reality?
Yes, I do. Absolutely.
You know, if that was true, I would have won Lotto a long time ago.
I'll tell you why I believe this. In 2010, I had a nervous breakdown. I shut down, and for a month straight, I laid in the bed and looked at the ceiling and kept telling me that this is not real. It's all an illusion. This is not real. It's an illusion. I woke up out of that consciousness and changed my life. I sought knowledge. I sought wisdom. I sought different texts. I sought different teachings. I didn't just study the Christian religion. I studied the Buddhist religions. I studied the Hindu religions. I learned about Shiva. I learned about some of the Mandela effects that you guys have seen change, and they have changed. And they have flip-flopped back and forth numerous times. That's why you have different people that can't see them. And that's why you have people that can see them. The ones that can't see them know that they flip-flopped because their consciousness is attuned to the planet, to the hurt that the planet's going through right now. You have Fukushima. We've poisoned our own waters.
Don't you think that if consciousness controlled reality, that it would be so much more chaotic? Some people would be willing the sky to be pink and someone else purple, and things would be crazy.
When you look up at the sky, when the sky is the strange color, did you not think that maybe somebody did wish that reality on it? That maybe the sky was pink that day? Or maybe the sky was orange that morning?
Oh, stop right there. Like, really. you can't. No personal person can wish a certain color or whatever in a reality.
You want me to prove you wrong on that? You want me to prove you wrong right now on that? Seriously?
Try, my man. Try,
Okay.
my man. Because
Okay, my friend. Then give me a second. Give me a second.
As much as I look at
Give
the
me a
clouds,
second. Give me a second to prove this to you,
screwed up.
please.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
It's
I'm
screwed
outside
up.
right now.
Give me a second to
Like,
prove
I
this to you.
understand the clouds are chemtrailed.
No, stop.
All
right, let's all be respectful and let people talk one at a time.
I'm going.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
okay,
I'm going to
sorry,
prove
Rena.
this to you. I'm going to prove this to you that you can control your own reality. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Have any of you ever played the
can't.
game where you grab somebody's wrist and you look at their vein and you tell them to think of a color? And as they think of a color, their vein turns that color. And you can tell them that color because you can see it. That is a person changing their reality. They have changed their blood coloring from one color to another. Now tell me, not one of you has ever done that.
Never tried it.
I've never done that.
You've done it before, Rena, haven't you?
Absolutely not.
You've never tried it. Try it with a friend. I want you, if you got a friend near you right now, I want you to try it with a friend. Tell a friend.
7 years a firefighter.
Think of either.
And there's somebody dying in front of me.
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
I did CPR on that person, and I brought them back to life.
Does anybody have a friend next to them right now?
I don't have anybody.
No.
Okay.
Honestly.
Nobody
I have you guys.
I'm going to prove to you by the next hangout I come back to, if I'm invited back. If I'm invited back. By the next hangout I come to.
Scarab.
I am not Scarab.
No, you're not Scarab.
Thank you. Thank you, Brian. By the next hangout I come to, if I'm invited back, I want each one of you that are in this right now hearing this, I want you to find a friend and I want you to just test this to see if your reality doesn't change or if they can't change their reality. You ask them, hold out your hand, grab their hand and look at the wrist, bend it to where the vein pops up. Tell them to think of either blue skies, green grass, or purple mountains. Then I want you to tell them to think real hard on it. They're going to laugh, but they're going to look at their vein and they're going to think real hard on it.
I've done this experiment before
I'll
too.
try it.
Right, you're right.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've done that experiment before, actually, on dates that I've been on, and it works.
That is changing your own reality, my friend.
Okay, the green grass, blue sky, or purple moon, and you kind of like, don't you like rub? You bend their wrist back slightly.
You can rub it to stimulate, just to stimulate the nerves, because the nerves give off the sensation, the electricity. Everything's energy. Nikola Tesla said that. And what happens with energy? It can't be created or destroyed, but it changes. That's what's going to happen with all of our energy. It's going to change. We're all going to change. Now, the question is, do we change into a lower being or do we change into a higher being? Because with the way the world's going right now, everybody's transcending into a lower being. They're concerned with greed. They're concerned with wealth, which is greed. I guess I could say that's greed. They're concerned with possessions. They're concerned with getting ahead. They're concerned with themselves.
Yes.
But in a community like the Mandela community, we have people that are concerned about each other. We're trying to awaken each other. I'm sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
No, you bring up an interesting point about the Mandela effect is wakening up people. And, you're right about that experiment. Like I said, I've done it before. You can influence to change color to some extent. I don't know about if we're actually like altering reality, like all these letters connecting and everything like that. I don't know if we're doing that.
The letters connecting might not be us. That might just be a sign to
perception?
us. Yes, an altered perception that's trying to awaken us. As we see them, we notice them. We're changing our mind frames. We're waking up. We're noticing these things. We're like, this isn't right. It shouldn't be the Home Depot. It's supposed to be Home Depot. This isn't supposed to be connected. These letters were separated. What is it that's connecting? Well, it's all of us that are connecting, the ones that are seeing this. That's what it's the wake-up call to. That's the connection. The letters that are connecting are us.
Yeah, I can see you're more of a peaceful spirit. You probably deal with all people from all types of. You work in customer service? Because I give you, I tell your manager what a good job you're doing.
No. I do a little computer gaming programming on the side, and that's about it. Other than that, I am just a guy that I have walked with all kinds of souls. I've had all different kinds of friends from all different walks of life.
Did you ever play, or were you on Xbox? Did you ever play Destiny?
No, I don't play Xbox.
That I used to be hooked on it. I of course, I'm not anymore. And ever since I noticed that serpent tail on the bee, I don't touch the thing. I haven't touched my Xbox in a year.
I know, and it's scary. I mean, it's even now with computers the way they are with AI and everything. There is a very strong AI, and it is learning what we're doing. I've seen a lot of people put out information about the D-Wave quantum computer, and they misunderstand what that computer is actually doing. I have read documentation on the computer. I have learned firsthand about the programming from numerous friends that are in the military, different walks of life that work around it. And that computer is actually going to be an AI system of control. It's going to be one that takes us to a level where it can monitor us, it can watch us, it can control us, it can keep us from doing.
Scarab, it's already happening.
He's not scared, man.
No.
It's like,
I am not scared, but I love it how he calls me that, though. That is so funny.
Okay,
I wish I had that guy's voice. I'm
Maybe
telling
you're
you.
not Scarab, but
Scarab doesn't have this
whoever your
same
name
accent.
It's just it's already happening.
You're drunk.
I'm drunk.
Are you drunk, really?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, let me give you a heads up.
it's all right, man. It's a Friday night.
Hey, I just want to give you. Listen, I
Maybe
just
I'm
want to.
drunk.
No, listen.
Wait, hold on.
But does
Secret, hold on.
that
Are you drinking steam or Jim Beam?
does that have to do with anything
Well,
though?
kind of.
Stop.
A little bit.
Yes, it does, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay, go ahead. I got him muted for the time being. I'll get him out of prison in a minute.
Okay. Do you know why
Go ahead.
being drunk is very dangerous? Do you know why they call alcohol spirits?
It opens you up.
It
Exactly.
opens you up. It leaves you open to different spirits, different feelings that inhabit you at that time. You do not want to have those things in you. Some of them could be lower dimensional beings. Some of them could be higher dimensional beings. But it's like playing Russian roulette. You don't know what you're going to get. Ah, Brian, that smile. That is a peaceful smile, brother. That is a dimensional smile. You are waking up. I can see it right now.
You talking about me?
The Nicoles have already told me. There's a person out there named Easby. I saw you on there. And I meditated on this afternoon. Nicole said that the two of you, for some odd reason, are going to end up close near to each other and end up doing a show. And that show is going to wake up a lot of people because she has a firm grasp on the religious texts. You are getting that firm grasp, but what you guys are missing is that religion is strictly an indoctrination. It's about a higher sense. There's a reason why in all the religious texts, it talks about us attaining a godlike form. Because our higher selves are gods. Not God like the greatest of all that's out there that created us. Because there is a soul being out there that created us. but gods that will attain a knowledge getting closer to him. Because
I'm hearing bird
that's,
chirping. Is that coming
I
from
do
this,
too.
David?
No, that's not me.
I'm hearing bird chirping.
What
I
bird?
do too.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. It's a good feeling when like
Yes.
I don't know.
It's positive. It's comforting.
It is.
Well, at the same time, too, I mean, you got to remember that Satan will tell you you can be more powerful than you actually are.
Yeah,
So,
but you
be
have to look
careful.
at, okay, so where I come from, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this. But on my channel, I'm not gonna broadcast it here. If you guys want to go to my channel and watch my playlist, I have 3 videos. I don't create videos, but I have 3 on my playlist. What you have to learn is that there is a greater thing than what you've been indoctrinated with Satan and God and all that. It's just the same as any other religion. There's good and evil. There's 2 types of forces, 2 types of spirits, 2 types of entities, good and evil. And it's about their energies, positive or negative. Same as anything. Positive and negative can repel each other. That's how you get rid of negative energy. You stay positive. Cynthia Sue Larson, Dolores Cannon, if you guys have never heard of those 2 people, they teach about positive energy very strongly.
Well,
That's how you repel.
Jesus gave the disciples an extreme commandment: love one another as I have loved you, in the book of John. And I try to live by that, my friend.
Yes, and that's a good thing. Do you know why? What is love? Positive. What is hate? Negative.
Vengeance.
If you live by love, that is very true. Yes, sir. If you live by love, you live positively. You can repel the hate, the negative. That's why no weapons formed against you in that book will prosper. Because if you have that love, that Christ consciousness, that love of your fellow human, that love of your fellow being, then nothing negative. It doesn't matter. The man could be kicked to the lowest point of his life. As long as he has that positive feeling, that love, that happiness, there's nothing that can hurt him. That is why you see so much good come out of people that have so much bad happen to them.
Well, I want to tell you, David, the source of that love is our Creator through Jesus Christ. Yes, tells us we can only get to God through Him.
Okay.
And I think you're
There's
right.
no greater love than Him dying on that cross for us.
That is right, Rena. That is absolutely right. And I know even the people who disbelieve in Christ and they reject Him, because you remember they don't just do it today, they did it back then too.
What does it mean to reject Christ? That's the question I'm going to ask you right now.
When you reject Christ, you reject that love too.
Negative. That's horrible. That's a horrible way to look at it. Because you may reject a physical person named Jesus Christ. But if you accept the Christ consciousness, that love, you have Christ with you. That's what the Christ consciousness is.
Exactly. Like Jesus was on the cross at the end, and there was somebody beside him, and who was it, Justifus or whatever, and he accepted at the end Jesus' love, and that's what it's all about. Like, yeah.
Love and forgiveness. Do you know the greatest power that you can give yourself over an enemy? It's forgiveness.
Yep.
If somebody hurts you and does something wrong to you, no matter what religion you are, forgive. There are plenty of peaceful religions out there. Look at the Buddhist community, for example. They have a Christ consciousness. They forgive. You could walk up and slap a Buddhist in the face, and he won't do anything. just like Christ commanded. In your Bible, offer the other cheek as well.
But are you saying they know the true Christ then? Because if they know the true Christ, I mean, he's going to reject these people that said, I did this, I did that, you know?
Exactly. And the true Christ is that Christ consciousness. It's that
No.
feeling that things should be done in a positive manner. Love,
No, I
forgiveness.
agree. Yeah, I agree with that.
What about righteous anger?
What do you consider righteous anger? That's an oxymoron. That's like saying military intelligence.
No, but it's the yin
Sorry, I
and
didn't make a joke
it's the
there.
yin
But,
and the yang though. But this
the
is where
yin and the yang
where
is
I'm at.
basically-
You gotta have. You can't just be light all the time. Like I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, and I believe I'm gonna go to a better place. But there's darkness in the world, and if you don't
That's why
accept,
you have
if you
to.
don't
That's why
accept
you
it,
have to let your
then you're
light.
blind. You're blind.
No,
You're
you
blind.
have to accept there is darkness in the world, but that's why you have to let
Yes,
your
it's not being
light
blind.
shine.
You're right, David. Good.
That's why you have to let your light shine, because there is darkness in the world. Now, everybody wants to go back biblical. So let's go back to scripture. What does it say? Let your light shine throughout the world. That's your light, your goodness, your kindness, your forgiveness, your love.
No,
That
but
is your light.
yes, but I'm not talking about myself at this point because I'm a person that looks out for other people. And went into college to help people that are in the darkness. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm trying to help them find the light. But I'm saying that's why I'm saying there is darkness and there's light.
Brian, you need to be careful putting those chemicals in your eyes, brother. You need to just put water in your eyes. I'm gonna tell you this: those chemicals.
Listen,
Brian's got a condition there.
I understand that. But those glasses you're wearing, there's a reason why you're wearing those glasses. You keep putting those chemicals in your eyes. You need to put water in your eyes to hydrate, and you need to start eating vitamins and minerals that your body needs for your eyes. See, it's all about. Did you ever,
David? Can I just say something? I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. Somewhere along the line, I guess maybe because I had a bad addiction to video games, and somewhere along the line I lost my vision in my right eye. It might have been from my car accident. I still don't know. But either way I look at it, I was living a path. Or I was on the wrong path. Okay. So as soon as I switched to the right path, I stopped having the deterioration of vision. I ended up getting the surgery when I needed it. I stopped living a selfish life, and I turned to Christ. Now, we had a couple people ask in the audience, you know, if you believe in Christ. I don't know. It's a personal thing, you know.
Do you believe in Christ, or do I believe in Christ? There's a difference.
Yeah, do you believe in Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior?
I believe that there was a man named Jesus Christ, or Jesus of Nazareth. I believe he walked the earth, and that's where we get our historical documents from. What I believe in is a Christ consciousness, which is what I'm seeing awakening inside of everybody that's seeing the Mandela effect. The question is, are those people moving closer to the Christ consciousness, or are they moving closer to religious indoctrination? That's what I look at. Because there are so many other religions out there that you misinformed on, or you might have not studied on, or you might have not read about. There are so many other documents out there. We have only been fed a handful of what we should know. We have only been fed little bits of milk and bread. And that's only because they do not want us to have the meat.
Well, I think so too. I think you're onto something, because a lot of the see, some of the organized religions, I won't say all of them, but I mean, it seems like they were living in the Old Testament. You know, you have to tithe 10%. You have to do this. You have to do that. That was the Old Testament. We are living in the New Testament.
Actually, you're wrong on that, Brian. The tithing comes from the New Testament.
No. I don't believe it should be a certain percentage. You should give everything if you can.
But that comes into the New Testament with
Love.
the tithing.
Love.
Give unto Caesar what Caesar is due. Give unto the Lord what the Lord is due. Now let me ask you a question. And this is something I've posed to many a Christian religious leader. Give unto Caesar what Caesar is due. Give unto the Lord what the Lord is due. Now let me ask you a question. Do you think God wants what's in your wallet? Or does he want what's in your heart?
Good
question. So
stop.
Why did you bring up Caesar though? Like he was a one world leader.
Rena, Seeker, I'm sorry. Rena was talking first. Go ahead, Rena. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Rena. I'm sorry.
No, I just said that the Lord wants you to speak the truth and make fishers of men and save people from hell. That's the love that we have to spread, because hell is 100% real. And you're not going to get to heaven unless you go through Jesus. And that is the truth.
Friends, have you not stopped to think
Depends.
that we live?
Depends. It's not even depends anymore.
Have you not stopped to think that we live
in
hell on earth?
You're right. You're wearing.
Stop for a second. Have you not stopped to think that we live in hell on earth? Look at everything that's going on around us. Murders. People going hungry. We have more than enough resources to take care of everybody.
I don't think we're in hell. No, I don't. Absolutely not. Hell is a horrible, horrible place.
And so would you classify
I've
this world?
I've experienced demons enough to know that they will be there.
But would you classify this world you live in now as a wonderful place?
I don't think it's wonderful, but I think there are wonderful things, and there will not be wonderful things in heaven. Period. Or I mean hell, sorry. Okay. We don't have heaven on earth here, but there will not be wonderful things in hell at all. It's going to be a horrible, horrible place.
I do not believe in a heaven or hell. See, there's different dimensions. The reason everybody keeps saying something about parallel universes is they want you distracted from the truth. The truth is, there are dimensions. Just like the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. There's plenty of dimensions. Now, there's not clones of yourselves in different universes.
Right.
And I threw up air quotes. But there are different planes of existence, dimensions of existence, with higher level and lower level beings. Those entities that most Christians call demonic or angelic. That is where you guys got to realize what it is. It's not a religious doctrine. Brian attributes his life changing to believing in Jesus Christ. What does it mean to you, Brian, to believe in Jesus Christ?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. What does it mean
to believe on him?
What does it mean to believe?
It's not just simply like believing in Santa Claus. I mean, believing actually back in the day, the translation means to believe on or to rely on, to trust. It means to fully place your faith in something. That's what believing on really means. And Jesus mentions the devil. I think it was Paul actually who said that the devil, after all, believes in Jesus. But the only difference is that we should trust and rely on him, and not just, we have to maintain that faith of Abraham. That's what I believe, and it's helped me a long way. We lost Rena here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Do you have any closing thoughts before you said you had to go? Do you have any closing statements you wanted to make? Stuff we can talk about for next time, you and I? Not AI, but UI. You and I. Go ahead.
I'll just be researching it all and seeing what evidence I can find, and I'll.
Rena, I encourage you to go to
Bring
my
it time.
channel. Listen, Rena, I encourage you to go to my channel.
Well, David, Rena's not here. She.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I guess we lost her due to signal failure or something. Go ahead. Candice is. She has to go.
Candice, I encourage you, go to my channel, watch 2 of the videos that are on my playlist. They've been one of them's been torn apart by the Christian community because it did say that Jesus Christ didn't exist. Jesus of Nazareth existed. Okay, Jesus, what you consider Jesus the Messiah, he existed. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's Zeitgeist, the movie part 1 is one thing I want you to watch. The other one is called, and regardless of what your spiritual faiths are, just watching it with an open mind. It's called Spirit Science, The Hidden History of Humanity.
Money.
It's a very long video.
Yes.
But I think it'll explain a lot of things for you.
Got lots of money in it.
It's not about money as much as you think, Seeker of the Truth.
I'm sorry, buddy, but you're really throwing it out there, and this is not what this. I mean, I've been on with Brian for a while, and I don't know. He can throw me out,
Seeker
but
of the
I
Truth.
mean,
no. I don't want anybody thrown out.
Well, it's a Friday night. I know. You know, do what you need to do, Seeker. That's fine, buddy. You know,
I'm just saying what is real.
I know.
It doesn't matter. Like, I mean, you say I'm drunk or whatever, but I'm not drunk. I'm just. I see what's going on. Whatever.
I know it's okay. It's okay, Seeker. I know what you're going through. I've asked the group to pray for you. Okay. Not like anyone is against you or anything. And David, we're not against you at all. You know.
No, I don't feel that.
We're trying to promote awareness.
Absolutely.
And we're trying to escape the mind control that the world is trying to breed. It's like they're breeding. It's like the you know that song by the Flagpole Sitta, Harvey Danger. You remember what he said? That Cretans cloning and feeding, or whatever he says.
Yep. All the Cretans are cloning and feeding.
That's right. Am I right, guys?
Yeah. And that is part of the control of your minds. That is all part of the control of your minds.
What?
It's all a part of the control of your minds. That's what they want. Control of your consciousness, control of your minds. And if you give them that power, they'll have it.
Yes. I don't know if you got to see the presentation. I did a presentation at the very beginning, PowerPoint that it took me hours to prepare. You know, but a lot of what's going on right now has, you know, history repeats itself, and it can come back around and smack us in the butt if we don't.
What was that? You know, what's that old saying, Brian? What's that old saying?
What?
What's that old saying? Those
spare the rod.
No. Those is spare the rod. Child. Those that do not learn from history are what? Doomed to repeat it.
Yeah. Well, it's just you can keep taking the stick, you know, pounding in the butt or whatever, or you can avoid it altogether.
Keep
be smart.
Keep beating a dead. Keep beating a dead horse. That's the term.
That's right. That's right. Don't beat the dead horse.
Exactly, guys. The Mandela effect is so much more than you can imagine. It is an awakening. It is the Nicalls calling all of us to our next higher dimensional being selves. We're growing. We are learning to love. We are learning to forgive. We are learning to bond. We are learning to get close. That is why we have such a huge community, because we are all seeing the changes and we are all working to try to get to the truth. The truth is right in front of you.
I can actually agree with you with that,
well,
Dave.
what do they say? What do they say? E pluribus unum, of many we are one. And then what is the other phrase? Or ab order chaos, which means order out of chaos.
Yes, order.
And that's honestly, that's kind of like what I believe is that through hard times we learn to come together. And it happens everywhere you look. You know, there's tornadoes, famines, earthquakes, But it's all this stuff that brings people together too, in a sense. So, and then I think about the tree that does, you know, there's like this philosophy. Okay, let's say you take the wind and all the bad stuff away from growth, like a tree that tries to grow upwards. The tree is going to grow crooked. Am I right? It's not going to shoot up straight. The only way it shoots up straight,
grow the way it wants to grow, unless you give it something to make it grow.
you have to motivate it. So I think, in a sense, that like God uses Satan to help further people along, because he doesn't want to do it himself, maybe. So he sends out his minions or whatever. He lets the devil do. If you're not with him, he lets the devil do as he pleases to you until you come to him. That's how I think.
My friend,
I don't know.
My friend, you are getting closer and closer to being more and more awake every day.
Hold on, we got.
No, I had heard that. I mean, in the same what you guys just said, but my sentence on that would be, maybe it's a Canadian thing, but I'm an oak tree, and I'm standing and I'm planted where I am, and I'm not crooked, I'm not movable, I stand fast where I am, and by God's grace, I will not move for anyone.
Have any of you ever looked up what God actually means? The meaning of God?
What do you mean?
Nobody has.
You talking about Elohim?
Not just Elohim, God. What
God?
you consider God?
You're seriously talking about God now? Like,
are you talking about El or the Elohim?
I'm talking about God. Do you know what the meaning of God is? The actual dictionary meaning of God is?
Are you talking about little G or big G?
No.
oh,
Big
I gotta
G.
leave on this one.
No, it's okay. Stay with us. Stay with us. Do you know what the meaning of big God is? Seriously. Has anybody ever stopped to even look that meaning up? Look it up.
I'll catch you later. I gotta go. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Candice.
Thanks for inviting me.
Brian?
Candice was bringing up an important point that we could actually be in purgatory right now as we speak. It's an interesting prospect, and we may bring that up on the next time we talk. Candice, thank you so much for your time, and I know you had to sacrifice a lot to be here today. Guys, pray for Candice, and give a big shout out to her. Thanks, Candice, for joining tonight.
Candice.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
It was nice.
Yes, ma'am. God bless you. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Talk to you later. Awesome. All right. Yeah, she was awesome. You guys are all awesome.
Brian, I sent you a link in Hangouts. If you'll take a look at the definition and just read it, I think that will help you out a lot. Because I think you'll understand exactly what I'm saying from this. There is a God. There most certainly is a great creator.
He is it says he is the supreme being.
It says the one supreme being, the creator and ruler of the universe. The supreme
right, there is
being considered with reference to a particular attribute. One of several deities, especially a male deity, presiding over some portion of worldly affairs. Now, I'm sure you've seen all the wonderful videos of religions, and it's all about masculinity and the male and the female. That is us. You guys really should look into spirit science. It explains our male and female attributes so exquisitely. I mean, it brings us to a point where we can all actually understand each other. And you can actually see that there is some reality and there is some truth that you guys are not being fed. That, what is this thing all the Christians keep saying the Mandela effect is? A famine of the word. Well, the word is truth. And the truth is whether or not you're going to accept a religious doctrine of any type, or whether or not you're going to actually seek out your higher selves.
Yeah.
So this is the Truth Seeker. I actually was on your channel and you really got mad at me.
It's not the truth of a dimension or whatever. We believe in God. God is our savior, and that's the bottom line. It doesn't matter if you're Catholic, if you're United, if you're Baptist, or if you're whatever. There's a God out there. He made us. It doesn't matter what fucking dimension you're from. Like, that's the way it is. And I'm drunk, and yes.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying.
David, it's very interesting because, you know, if you read John 1:1, it talks about, you know, in the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. You know, it mentions that, and the Word.
I was hoping
the word that you're referring to. I know it's very interesting, and I'm not like. I promise I'm not attacking you or anything. You know, I'm trying to bring everybody together. That's my job. But the word capitalized is referring to Jesus, being the prophecy of Jesus in the Holy Bible from beginning to end.
Are you 100% sure of that?
Yes, in the beginning was the Word. The Word was like everything through the word of mouth that was talking about Jesus.
Brian, you just threw it in your face.
I'm going to show you.
100% sure.
I'm going to show you right now.
Really?
So you say there's a difference between the capital W and the lowercase w in your religious text, correct?
Well, it's not just my religious text. It's the holy text.
Then what I want you to do is stop, and I want you to go to the Strong's Concordance. And I want you to look up capital W-O-R-D and tell me what that translates to.
Doesn't matter what it says.
It does matter.
Hang on.
Yeah,
I'll check just for the sake of argument here, guys.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Brian. I'm just like.
I know how you feel. I know how you feel.
It's okay, the Truth Seeker. Listen, brother, things are going to happen a lot better for you. You just got to stay positive in your mind, man. You do. You have to stay positive. You have
it is something about positivity, but
positive in the mind. Yeah.
It's all in your mind, man.
Yep.
It's your reality. If you want to create your reality by being drunk, you're going to be drunk.
No, but I've only been drunk once, like, in the last year and a half, so. I've only been drunk once this time.
Why do I?
The word is actually, let me just share this with you guys. The word is actually logos. Logos is the word, a capital L. Okay, and the word logos in John 1:1, it means, let's see, 69 occurrences. The word, the story, the message, it's the message of him from the beginning. The news, the good news. Okay? That's what I'm seeing here.
Now, what is logos?
It's personified.
Yeah. So, word is the message. The word, your biblical reference, is the same thing as your Jesus. It's just a message. It's a message of love, of forgiveness, and of peace. That's what it's a message of. Logos.
Yeah, but I know, but it's personified. It's personified, meaning it's a person. It's through Jesus. That's
personified. You can personify a message. Google that. Look it up.
Yeah. Well,
a message can be personified.
Allah could say peace, love, and all that crap, and then say put a bomb on your vest and blow up half the world. So
no, it's
whether you're being indoctrinated, there's a lot of Muslim friends out there that are seeing the changes that are very peaceful. They have love, they have forgiveness, they don't hate Christians. They don't believe that portion of the Quran because they believe that portion of the Quran has been changed for them.
I think it's been changed quantumly. You know, in the Bible, look, we're talking about Mandela effects on this channel, and you know, I firmly believe that, like, Luke 19:26 and 27 has changed. It talks about Jesus.
All religious texts are being changed, not just the Bible. The Quran's being changed.
Well, what can we do? What can we do to stop it? Because obviously the nothing is trying to erase everything, just like in Fantasia.
No, it's not an erasure.
sorry, Brian, if we're going you know, a little off topic and stuff, and
no, it's all right. It's important to bring this stuff up because you know, when you talk about religion, it does divide people. I think Satan he's tried for 2,000 or so years to attack Jesus's church. You know, all the churches.
You just answered your own question right there.
What?
With religion, your Satan has tried to divide people. Not just your religion, not just the Christian faith, all faiths.
All faiths.
It's a Luciferian experiment. It is to separate people from the truth and the reality, for people to create their own realities. That's what people are doing now. You have those that are seeing changes. That is the reality they're awakening to. You have those that are ignoring the changes. That's the reality they're choosing to see instead.
I know. I like David. David, I like your positivity. I really do. If it could be directed toward, you know, like coming to Christ. I know you see the Christ consciousness. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, but we
put it the Catholic,
your
more
religious
Catholic look at it. You know,
your religious indoctrination has forced you to accept a physical human being as your savior, versus the fact
he's a spirit human being.
From the beginning of your religious text, even your own Jesus Christ in the New Testament said, "Are ye not gods," with a lowercase g, divine beings? Are you not deities in yourselves? Will you not get close to him? Will you not think like him? Don't think as man thinks. Think as God thinks. But who can think as God thinks? Because every man is being brought to think as man thinks.
David, you think you're God, pretty much, is what you're saying.
Define God. Do I think I'm a supreme being?
Personally, as a being, do you think you're God?
I think that
this is where I'm getting at with all you have said tonight. Like, really, being drunk or not, like, put that aside. Like, that shouldn't be a bias thing.
I have an answer.
But I mean, you know, come on, answer me. Like, really, you think in your mind right now that you are a god? Really, seriously?
I think that inside of each and every one of us is a divinity, a soul, a light that shines, a positivity, if you want to harness it as positive, a negative energy.
I'm not talking about light or soul. I'm like, you had mentioned gods. So are you a god?
What does it mean to be a god?
Are you a god? Are you a god?
What does it mean to be a god?
Just tell me, why are you a god?
What does it mean
do you think you're a god? That's what I want to know.
What does it mean to be a god to you?
I don't know. What's your opinion on that?
I don't. David,
are you a god?
I know, David. I know. We've talked about a lot tonight. Okay, the main core of everything is a spiritual awakening, and we've discussed that.
Oh, and it's so wonderful.
I really do. I really do love your positivity and everything. And yeah, the thing is, okay, I don't believe that we are gods.
No.
No, we are not gods. Okay, Rena, are you there?
Hello?
Oh, hello?
Hey.
Oh, hey, Adam. Hey, we got a caller. This is Adam. Hey, Adam.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, what's up, brother?
I'm alright. I've been trying to catch the show, but I keep losing signal for some reason. It's crazy.
Oh, it's probably the AI again.
Yeah. Adam's a cool dude. I love Adam.
Hi, Adam.
We're just having friendly conversation, and we're talking about, you know, that being positive and being loving and everything like that.
Yeah, we're trying.
What?
Trying. Yeah.
Being drunk.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, being drunk. Yeah. That's the whole reason for it. Because being drunk doesn't associate with loving anybody.
It's all right. It
definitely sounds like somebody's been drinking on the show tonight.
Well,
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, go ahead, Adam.
Really? I haven't had anything to drink since the Super Bowl. I've been sober
since my birthday last year.
No,
oh, you got me.
I seriously haven't drank in over a year and a half. It's been a year and a half that I haven't drank in anything, and it was because of a medical condition, and just because I lost my job a couple of days ago, I've been in a bad place.
My friend, let me ask you a question. What did you do for a living? Tell me.
What?
Be honest.
I don't have that much time.
No, just tell me, what was your last job?
Last job?
Yeah, the one you just got fired from.
Yeah, I didn't get fired. I left.
Why did you leave it?
Because I didn't clean the toilet as proper as they wanted it.
Okay.
So if you were to clean up shit, you couldn't wipe the toilet as proper as these people wanted it.
My friend, but look at what you do right now. You clean up all the crap.
Yes, but I went to college. I went
to the Mandela effect. You keep people.
I went to college. No, but I went to college, and I paid $10,000 to go to college, and I have a youth care degree in teaching children about like counseling them.
Okay.
And the only reason I'm here right now cleaning toilets is because my dad's got cancer and he can't pay for his cancer pills. And I'm here because I'm doing that for him.
My friend, do you want to know how to help your dad with this cancer? Have you ever heard of the macrobiotic diet? Seriously, no. This is stop. Listen. I want you when you're sober. You're gonna remember this.
It doesn't matter if I'm drunk. It doesn't matter if I'm drunk. I remember everything.
But listen to me.
Fuck off, like with the drunk thing. Like
it's
really.
Okay.
Seriously. It doesn't matter. I remember everything.
I apologize. Calm down. It's fine. Tomorrow when you wake up.
Calm down. No, wait. Tomorrow when you wake up. Whatever. You've been drunk before. Like, you remember everything everybody said. Like, don't give me that crap. Like, really. Yeah, really, seriously. Don't throw that crap at me.
No, my friend.
I'm not even that drunk. So
my friend, all I'm saying, I didn't mean to be rude. All I'm saying is tomorrow when you wake up, I want you to Google search a macrobiotic diet. Okay, with natural vegetables. Go to a farmer's market. Don't go to your grocery store. Go to a farmer's market. Find people that have little vegetable and fruit stands. Go to those places. Get the natural vitamins and minerals that a human body needs and feed those to them.
Yeah, well, I can't even get my dad to talk to me better than you're talking to me, which is really shitty. But my dad talks to me worse than you do. So, you know, there's probably no chance in that.
Surround them with positive. What did I tell you earlier? Positive, just like magnets. What does a positive magnet do to a negative magnet? It repels the negativity. You have to be the light. You have to be positive. If you stay positive, you're going to repel.
Stay positive.
That negative. It's very hard to do, and it takes a lot of energy.
They can't hear me right now, can they?
Yeah, David, you're onto something there, okay, about being positive. But I think it's more than that. It's actually like fully believing in it.
I believe God will cure the cancer.
You have to walk in the light of Christ, out of the shadow of Adam, because that's obviously what we're in. We have to, as Christians, walk out of the shadow of Adam. That he left us with original sin, and we have to follow Christ. And you're right about being positive. Being positive is a part of it.
My friend, go to Life Matrix's channel. Go to Scared Performance.
Yeah,
go
Scared.
To Moneybag 73.
Yeah, I know who you are, Scared.
Go to those channels. It's not about religious doctrine.
Well, yeah, I know.
Brian, break your minds free. Secret of the truth.
I know.
Break your mind free. Get away from the indoctrinations of man.
I know, David. I have to tell you though that the Bible was put out. It wasn't just written by one man. It was written by thousands of people.
Yep.
Okay, hundreds.
Yep.
Actually, hundreds witnessed Christ after the resurrection. You cannot doubt that.
No.
No, absolutely not. There was a resurrection.
I firmly believe that he really died for our sins. He said, "Thomas, touch me," where he was pierced in his side, and Thomas did, and then he believed.
And how bad was Luke? Like he didn't believe in it. Anything.
My friends, what was the resurrection of Jesus Christ called in your book?
What do you mean? What was it called? Like in Greek or what?
There's a title. No, there's a title for it. What is it? Come on. If you guys are so up and up on the Bible, you should be able to tell me that it was called the Ascension. Go to Strong's Bible and look up the word ascension. Come on, Brian. I challenge you.
It was the resurrection.
Ascension, resurrection, isn't it like the same thing? It's practically the same. Resurrection means coming back from the dead.
Yeah.
I'll look it up real quick. What verse am I looking at?
Strong's Ascension. What does it mean?
It was resurrection.
Anabaino. It means to ascend, a rising up, a springing up, a coming up. I go up now.
The drunk guy. Maybe I'm listening to that Pearl Jam right now. Maybe Pearl Jam's on. I'm singing Black right now. Woo! I'm like good crazy right now.
Okay. I mean, it's just I know it's a tough subject for a lot of people. Okay, it's.
My friend,
when you religion,
I'm going to save you this trouble because I know a Christian's mission is to witness.
Yes, well, it's a testimony.
I know, it's a testimony of your what? It's a testimony of your what? Tell me.
Your faith.
Now I want you to look up the definition. Now I want you to look up the meaning of the word faith. Look up the definition of meaning. Right now, you're on it. We can see it. Look it up. Don't cancel it out. Google it with us on there. There's nothing to hide. It's a very simple meaning.
I got nothing to hide that I'm not a Bible person. I'm
not a matter of being a Bible person or not being a Bible person. It's about what you said, faith. What is faith? Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
Yeah, well,
faith means intimately walking with Him.
Show us, Brian. Show us the actual Google site of the definition of the meaning faith.
Okay, so why have you been so into like going against?
No, I'm not going against anything. I fully believe in a Christ love and forgiveness and peace.
I know, but we got to be careful not to teach false doctrine. Jesus says we have to observe doctrine. We have to.
What is doctrine? You guys, this is where your awakening's coming in.
We're all dumb. We're all dumb, I guess. I don't know.
Look up.
No. It's we were talking on the subject of mind control. Okay.
You're in mind control right now with religious doctrine.
No, we're not. That's why we're on here, because we see the change, and it's all changed.
Free will. How are we under mind control if we have free will?
Go at him.
Define free will.
Sick him.
Tell me what your free will is. Define it, please.
Sick him, Adam. Go.
Define free will.
Yeah. Go at him.
You know what you want to believe. That free will is allowing you to say that Jesus was just a man and not the Son of God, whatever other claims you're claiming right now.
You believe that's your free will?
That I have the will to accept God or not? Yeah.
What is God to you? That's the question. Do you accept the Hebrew God?
Oh my God.
Who is God to you? That's the question. Stop asking yourselves that question tonight. I have to go because I have work tomorrow.
I know, David. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, Brian, thank you for having me. God. Oh, and I will say God, because there is a God. It's just not what you've been indoctrinated to believe. But God bless you, Brian. Thank you.
I know, David. I hope you experience
the God that you want, David. Obviously,
me and Rena agree. We have been spiritually attacked. Okay, it's a deception. Don't fall for the deception.
Exactly. Don't.
Please
don't. Be awake. Yeah. Be aware. Stay together. This is our time together. This is our.
I know,
David.
David, listen to me. I want you to know that I'm not mad at you in any way.
Oh, my friend, I wouldn't. It wouldn't hurt.
No, blame it all on me, man.
Friend, seeker,
I'm not mad at you either.
I'm not mad. Brother, love. It's all about love. I love each and every one of you.
That's cool, man.
I have no hatred or anger towards you.
Right on, man. Because I like even after a good argument, like I love you too.
Oh, my brother, I don't love to argue. I do like to talk. But you guys, God bless you. And thank you. Shalom.
David, we'll talk to you later. Okay?
Namaste. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too.
All right, man. God bless you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. I did it again.
It's all right. It's all right. That is a challenge in life. You're gonna get challenged, and it's fine. It strengthens.
Anybody?
What? That was
because I have no freaking idea. Who is that guy?
That was David Letterman challenging our doctrine, our belief in Christ. Okay,
David Letterman.
What?
David Letterman.
Is that the one that said David Letterman?
Yes.
That's his name. Yeah, David Letterman.
Real name?
No, his name was Davin. Davin. It's fine. I'm not mad at him. I just want him to know that.
Is he a priest or something?
He actually sounded like Scarab. That's why I kept saying, "Oh, it's Scarab."
Wait. Where's the background? Did you guys even
But it wasn't him, I guess. But
well, he's onto something. He's onto something about loving other people. He's on. That's what Jesus.
No. I agree with like all that for sure.
And he did present us a challenge, which was wonderful. I like being challenged. I honestly, I am firm on the scriptures. I'm also firm in doctrine. Jesus says, "Be warned of false doctrine," and he was preaching that we are all gods with a little g, and that's not true. We are made. We are made in His image, but it doesn't mean we're all gods.
No.
I disbelief that whatever he was saying with that part.
Yeah.
Everything else about the loving and all that is true, and taking natural ingredients to help you with cancer. I fully believe in that. But
yeah, I've heard about people doing that, taking natural stuff. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't.
I know we're all empowered by Christ and or by God through Jesus Christ. I firmly believe it.
I tried it. Like, believe me,
I think something natural didn't heal me. You ever heard of something called tea tree oil?
I never heard of it, but I'm just gonna say, believe me, with my dad having cancer, I tried every like internet like thing that's out there, and just he won't take to it. He's more like, well, if God's gonna put me on my path, then that's it. So I can't tell him to eat better apples or grapes or whatever the material is. We don't even know what's killing us at this point. You know, like, could be chemtrails or.
Well, I'm not standing as close to the microwave as I used to now.
That's so funny. That's so funny. It's true.
To the microwave no more.
Yeah. Don't stand next to that, like, for sure. Yeah.
All right, David, just to thank me for having him on the show. I know it takes a lot of guts for people to get up here and talk. He did present us with some things that sort of challenge us a bit as Christians, and I'm glad in a way that.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I was an ass again tonight.
No, it's okay. There.
I had like I said, I quit my job the other night, and then last night I was talking to somebody in my group that had a problem with her boyfriend, and like, I was just calling to make sure she's okay, and the blame kind of got put on me for calling, and I feel bad about that. So for who you knew is out there, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, man. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel a little bit.
You can do it for yourself.
What?
I was just telling
Adam.
You know, his actions and his stuff, and
Adam,
the way they want to be.
Go ahead, Adam, man. We haven't heard from you, buddy.
What?
No, go ahead and talk, man. Like, we haven't heard from you.
We didn't get to hear your because you called in. You had called in, brother, and you were going to say some things. We're sorry we didn't let you talk.
I was asked to call in, just kind of help, provide support and stuff. But it just kind of felt like, us as Christians, we were coming under attack, And I have no problem. I have friends who, have other beliefs outside of Christianity. I have friends who are atheists or who, whatever, and I'm fine with that. I'll talk to them all day long, but when I feel like we're being attacked, and it's like, well, we're wrong. I'm like a live and let live type person. Like, I'll let you believe what you want to believe, If you ask, I'll share my faith with you and tell you what I believe, but I'm not going to try to force it on anybody. And I just almost felt like he was trying to force his belief on us, Again, that's my opinion. I don't know that for a fact.
David was,
or whatever. I kept losing signal and kept losing the feed, and then I kept finding Brian's feed. And I'm like, what's going on?
It makes my skin crawl when he was talking about you know, certain things that were not to Jesus's doctrine. You know, that kind of bothered me.
No, but I mean, at least
it's
I believe as much as I didn't like him personally, and as drunk as I am, you know, like it's out there, everybody in the world, and we're alive. I'm drunk, blah blah blah. But anyway, he was he.
Gotta get into work, man. I'll have to holler at y'all later.
all right, Adam. All right, it was great having you for a short time, anyway, brother. Thank you.
Anyway,
all right, brother.
He was though strong of heart, though David was. I give it to him for that. Like,
well,
you know, his heart was with the Lord, you know, and that was the most important thing.
Well, it is. That was the important thing. I'm trying to just to sort of. I mean, we've had some people call in, and we're trying to ask questions. I mean, we question things. That's normal. It's a normal human thing. Let's see. Teresa.
That's me.
Yes, my residue.
Hi, Teresa.
My residue honey.
Hi. Hey. I'm apparently a bad drunk tonight. So. I mean, I hope we're all bad drunks once in a while.
I don't think I'll be drinking probably for quite some time because I have to stay sober.
No, I can't because
my job. Listen.
Hey, here's a question.
What?
If you're drunk, do you still see the changes?
No, but I take medication, so I can't get drunk. It was just because I lost my job the last couple of days. I actually got drunk. That's why.
I don't know. Your mind is all in an altered state when you are drunk. I think it's
so
quite
does that
possible.
mean I'm going to see Fruit Loops, or am I going to see the other way? That's a good question.
You might see multiple loops. Just not sure if they're going to be real.
or two loops or something. No, but seriously, no. I'm on medical pills, and I had to pretty much. I didn't take them these last 2 days or whatever because of losing my job and stuff. But
that's a good question, right, Brian?
Wait, say what again? Sorry.
I said that's a good question. Can hallucinant drugs and drinking and do marijuana or whatever, can that affect your Mandela? What do you see?
Oh, I don't know about marijuana,
but your mind is in an altered state. Your brain waves are different. So yes, I think you would see some things. You would, but I don't know if it would be a real change or not. You might see
the right way to see things, like for example.
Well, yeah, maybe it's possible. Maybe you might see Fruit Loops the right way.
Skechers with the tea. Alcohol?
Well, are you trying to encourage us to drink?
No, I'm just wondering if we could try to experiment.
Oh, I can't.
No, I'm the ultimate experiment because since I lost my job and I'm on medication, I haven't drunk anything for a year and a half, and since I have in the last couple of days, because I was a little depressed and stuff, but I mean, I haven't. There's no changes, anything to what I saw. Like Fruit Loops is still the same. Fruit Loops is still the same. Yeah.
It is a good question. I want to redirect us to these ice shoves, people. Teresa was telling me about ice shoves.
Yes.
And I want to show you what these things are about. These are pretty crazy here. Ice shoves.
Bizarre. Really bizarre.
Have you ever heard of them? It's got to be a Mandela. I saw it was like on a news. Show you this clip real quick, guys. Look at this.
Well, as people are still recovering from this week's ice storm, Lake Winnebago has started
Lake Winnebago has these ice shoves that show up at people's front doors.
In fact, an advisory has been issued for the people who are living along the western.
A lot of weird stuff happening.
I know. Like, what do you guys think about Hawaii having blizzards? That's
Don't forget
weird.
about the lightning too.
Dark lightning.
This is happening now?
It was about 2 or 2:30.
We're not talking about a snowstorm here.
Scared the barely bejesus out of me because I didn't
She
know
scared
what
the
was going
barely
on.
bejesus.
So
I love
saw
that lady.
piles
It
of
scared the
ice.
barely bejesus out of her.
Everything here was covered.
No, but I mean, the snow is happening now, like at this current date. Like this is.
Yeah, what was the other one? Dark lightning?
Is it? I'm just talking about the date. Is this happening now?
We're living in exciting times, folks. There's this dark lightning phenomenon that's going on. Teresa, you want to explain some of that, or?
I'll leave that to you.
Look at this. You can
I'm
see
looking.
multiple lightning bolts here, right? Well, scientists have just discovered that lightning isn't always visible. It's this phenomenon called dark lightning, and apparently it's just as powerful. Chad Myers, dark lightning. What is it?
More powerful in a different way. For a long time, we've known that thunderstorms is an X-rays. We just didn't know where it's coming from. Where are these rays coming from? And obviously, for a long time, we've known about lightning. Lightning strikes, amps, volts. It'll kill you. You can see it. But we know about those. But if you get hit by a dark lightning strike, you won't die. At least not immediately, because it's a radiation strike, not a lightning or bolt strike.
Oh, it's a radiation strike.
Because we have nothing left in our protective ozone layer.
Around the storms, so there's no real risk. But if your plane,
how come only now we're talking about it?
Strikes, it's about 1,000 strikes would be a dark strike. You would see maybe a small purple haze around the plane.
Purple haze around the plane.
Get a lifetime supply of radiation in less than 1 second. So we're going to do more research on
radiation.
This. Researchers there.
Okay, so apparently you're gonna have radiation when you get hit by dark lightning.
Well, I don't know if you guys watch WSO, but I mean,
interesting. Let's see if we can channel that into the flux capacitor, right?
Yeah. No, but in WSO talks a lot about or even BB Earthwatch there, that our atmosphere is getting closed down, and we don't have any protection anymore, and that's why we're getting those lightning strikes and stuff. I don't know if you guys believe in their videos or whatever, but I could see it, because, I mean, for where I am, some weird weather going on.
What kind of weird weather? Are you talking about, like storms or like different, like, I've noticed rainbow clouds. I see these rainbow clouds in the morning sometimes, and they're not like a full scale rainbow, just rainbow clouds. Have you guys noticed that?
Well, I just noticed it's not rainbow, but it's red. It's like there's two suns out there, and that one's reflecting off a different place. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that was during like earlier, but now it's almost like where I'm from, it either rains or it's sunny. It's one or the other. And now we're getting like rain for an hour, and then we get sun for an hour, and then we get rain for another 2 hours, and then we get sun for, like, it just keeps going on and on.
I think the weather, the strange happenings in the weather is going to be what we're going to be talking about next time, because I'm going to try and get I wanted to get one of counselor. I'm trying to get her to come forward. She believes in the Mandela effect fully, full throttle. It would be nice if she would come on here. She was busy, tied up tonight, but I'm going to try to get her on here to talk. So we may have a repeat of sort of the mind control, and I know a lot of these seem like they overlap each other, but it's very important because, you know, like I keep quoting him, but you know, like what Taryn Lupo always says is it doesn't matter if you've seen one Mandela or a million of them, or 1,000 actually. The fact that our reality is not the same anymore. I think it's very important we talk about this stuff.
Or it's like if you only see Corey drunk like one night, it doesn't mean that he doesn't understand what's going on, right? You know.
I'm saying this in third person, and I know, like, if Corey wants to come on my show, Corey must not drink.
Yeah, no,
brother.
well, I don't anyway. Like
you are, I have to be too.
I'm on pills.
You must not.
I'm on pills, and
not fair. Not fair.
I can't drink anyway. So it was just because of my last few days that was I left my job. I was, you know,
it's okay, brother. I know.
I kind of in a bad place. You know what I mean? Like spiritually, God's still with me, but I mean, I kind of took a break. You know, like.
Well,
but I love talking to you guys anyway. So.
Be the name that you have. Your name is Seeker of Truth.
Yeah.
And so you've obviously given yourself that name because that's how you feel. That's where you emanate from. So you know, always, and I say this to everyone, you know, do seek truth. We know the truth is through Jesus Christ. There are no other gods. I know we have people from all walks of life here, okay, and we come together to talk peacefully, and it was nice that we had everyone on tonight. I appreciate Candice and Jennifer both sacrificed a lot to be on here. Even Rena, every night she sacrifices a lot.
Yeah, I love Rena.
Teresa doesn't have that problem, right, Teresa? Luckily, you don't have that problem.
Yeah.
No, but you know, the point is we all make sacrifices, and I appreciate you all for being on here and taking the time to watch and listen. So with that note, do you guys have any closing notes? Do you want to?
Well,
Teresa, what?
Let's sing a song.
Sing the song that never ends. The song that never ends. But we're gonna end it.
I know the song.
I just want to say that.
Remember that song?
Which one?
No one remember?
What?
The one from Sound of Music.
What? Do re mi fa sol la ti do? That's an easy one.
No, the one when they were singing "Goodnight" and there's a strange little cuckoo.
How about
You don't know that one, do you?
I don't know that one. I'm sorry.
Music. You don't know it.
I like Phantom of the Opera is pretty good.
I don't know that song.
I don't know. Help me make the music of the night. I don't know.
I just want to let you guys know that even when, like, I have been drunker than what I am now, but I mean, I'm still a good drunk, like in the sense of.
I know, Corey. Listen, brother. Everything is hitting you all at once.
Yeah.
I know it's.
And I apologize for, like, if I've been like a little aggressive there the last.
No,
couple of times, and
you have shown me, brother, that you are courageous in your faith. When let me tell you something. When all else failed and everyone left me, you were still there.
Yeah.
You were there on Wednesday, and that really helped. Because I really appreciate you sticking by my side.
Crazy.
No, well, Brian, like, I think, like you told me off air, like, I think our souls are kind of like the same thing, you know?
Guys, I'm going to say goodnight. Let's everyone say goodnight to the audience.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Thanks for being here. Love you, Teresa.
Amen. And may we all live in peace, in harmony with one another, and everybody have a blessed weekend, okay? Pray for me and Rena. We are going on the air in front of hundreds of thousands of people tomorrow. It's going to be really exciting.
Yep.
Pray that we get the right message out. We've got the spreadsheet. We're going to be talking about Mandela effects. Just pray for us tomorrow, okay, guys?
Definitely.
You guys are always in my prayers too.
Good night.
Good night, guys.